What's going on, everybody? Sorry, we're a little late. I'm just watching Brian Harman be a Magic Man. Even whenever he gave me a little hope, I thought he was going to melt down. He said, no, I'm a generational tough guy, and I will save this round. And so now Brian Harman is still 5 strokes up on old Jonathan Ramathan. I thought Sepp Straka was going to make a run, but he just made a gross bogey at number 10. So it looks like we're just here to anoint the one and only Brian Harman, who I got to tell you is going to change his career with a major victory, right? We're going to view him in a very different light. I got Pat here from the Tour Junkies. I think DB's going to stop buying a little bit too. We shall see. Get a drink, settle in. I know it's the morning, but if you drink in the morning on a Sunday at a major, it's acceptable. Pat, what's going on, my man?
Man, I'm doing great. Appreciate you having me on. And I don't have what I would call podcast juice, like true podcast live stream juice, because I had enough in Nashville while we were there. Plenty to go around. But, Brian Harman's just in here doing his thing. And I got to say, now I'm wearing my Bulldog hat because Brian Harman's a Bulldog. We'll probably hear that a few times today. And he also is from Savannah. He's Savannah's own. I was just riding in the car with my wife telling her about Brian Harman. They may have a parade for him in Savannah if he wins. I mean, they may have a parade. So.
What is right now percentage chance? He's up 5 and he's on the 8th hole. Percent chance he wins? I would say 92%.
At least 92, unless just a complete meltdown on 18. You've got that out of bounds on the right, and we have seen. I mean, like Ricky Fowler, I believe, had an 8 on 18 earlier this week. Yeah. So
hadn't had a 9 on it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, if he gets there with a lead like he's got now, or even if it's 2 or 3 shots, I mean, he's hitting an iron off the tee.
Yeah.
He's not going to Jean Van de Velde the thing.
I was just about to say that. What a reference.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So
yeah, it's just and it doesn't look like anybody's really in stock mode. Like I thought, as I said, I thought it was going to be Sepp, but then he missed a birdie on 7, missed a birdie on 8, and then just bogeyed 10. So that probably kills his momentum. Homa seems like he's playing well. He just doesn't have enough holes left. Rahm, I think he used up all his luck sack juice yesterday. So I don't know who's going to catch him. That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, I think if anybody, you got to look at us in the world like John Rahm, maybe catching him. Rory's going to run out of steam. We know that's just not going to happen, right? I mean, he's running out of holes. I think I would really have loved to see Fleetwood get up there, but I just don't see that happening either.
I mean, let's see. He's 6 strokes back. So let's say Fleetwood. I think at best Fleetwood gets to what, 9? So then you need Harman to moonwalk 3 strokes. I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely to me. That Fleetwood would pick up 3 or that Harman would drop 3.
Yeah, exactly. And how about Tom Kim just coming up here out of nowhere? It feels like. I mean, have we talked about Tom Kim at all this week?
That guy went up like 12 notches in my book, because I didn't even know that he hurt his ankle Friday night. Or was it Thursday night? Whatever, between one of the rounds, and then has just played great ever since then. Apparently, he just needs to roll his ankle and do the Michael Jordan gutted out thing to play his best golf.
Exactly. See, he rolls his ankle and he gets out and he plays, right? DJ rolls his ankle at the Masters and withdraws. I mean, that's the difference between the two, maybe. I don't know.
DJ just don't give a shit about anything. He's
no, he did.
Prolific talent, but he just doesn't. You know what? But I'll tell you what. I bet you DJ's a very happy person, because I promise you that mother father doesn't stress about anything in life. Like he doesn't He doesn't sweat the small shit like we do. That's got to be a gift.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is. I mean, the next day I'm seeing pictures of him and in his woman, just kind of chilling. They don't care.
So. They don't give a shit. By the way,
Paulina.
I was up to like 3% a minute ago to win the big $100,000 today, but then Brian Harman's birdie just dropped me back down to 1.2%. So, yeah, the little mother father needs to disappear. If he could just win at -10, just 2 bogeys on the way home, you can still win. Just no more birdies. And we got a live one. And I think this one that is 1% to win, I actually made with one of the people that won my drawing. So it'd be pretty cool to fucking send somebody $50K.
Yeah, exactly. The thing about Brian Harman too is DB and I talked about him a lot on our show, and this is where you can get a little too wrapped up in ownership and different things. I know you don't do as you do more, daily fantasy, kind of the showdown type stuff. But we talked about Harman plenty. But then I just got in there. I was like, the ownership's going to be too high. he's playing really well. He loves links courses. I'm not going to put him in any lineups, and this is what happens.
Yeah, so. I liked Brian Harman. He checked all the boxes, but when it came down to making my lineups, Sepp Straka just got another birdie, by the way, back to 7. So I mean, he's within 5 strokes. But I went to make my lineups Wednesday night, and I just thought, there's going to be a weather edge, and I can't play Harman if there's if he's on the quote unquote bad wave, and he's on the bad wave, and he still boat raced everybody. Which is just crazy. He was chalk I was willing to eat. Him and Denny were the 2 guys there in the 7Ks. I'm like, this just feels like a course that like those little short hitters that can, that are grinders can really survive at. But, I guess the good news is I did get off Denny. The bad news is I got off Harman.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Harman just is really kind of he's playing very smart though. He's not he's not hitting any drivers really off the tee. He's just playing good, smart link style golf, and that's what you got to do to bring it home.
Yeah, this is a guy that's he's not going to melt down. He's like obviously he's not an elite level golfer, but he's probably like a 3rd tier golfer, and he's experienced. He's a veteran. I knew he was never going to melt down today.
Yeah, I didn't think he probably would either. I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit about Zach Johnson when he won. You just didn't feel like Zach was going to lose it. I know that was a lot closer Open Championship than this one is, but it feels like that, kind of the same type of player, just a lot of fairways, a lot of greens, great putter. I think he's leading the field in putting this week. And look, Straka is doing the thing he did at Deer Run, where he won there. Like he's making a ton of birdies, just having a lot of mistakes, I think he's leading the field again in birdies. So.
Yeah, he's the guys. I mean, Sepp Straka is having kind of I think he's really stepped up to a new level of golfer this year. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Cam Young dangerously right on number 9. And oh wow, that's a par 3 too. Have fun with that one. Although I did just see Jason Day just chip in from there. Jason Day, the new Jordan Spieth with his luck stacking.
I agree.
Hey, I got to ask, did you play Bobby Mack this week?
I did not play Bobby Mack. As a matter of fact, the only lineup I played him in, DB, on one of our shows, we do a cash lineup, which this week was absolutely horrible. Let me read you this cash lineup that we did. I got to give DB and I just some crap for this because this is the worst cash lineup you've ever seen. All right. So we played Bobby Mack.
Yep.
All right. Bobby Mack was at 51% ownership.
Not a great start.
Okay. We played Fleetwood. All right. Okay, 44% ownership. We played DJ.
Okay. DJ. Cash? The guy who literally doesn't give a shit about anything. You're going to play it.
What
cash?
are we doing? What are we thinking on Monday to do this? Played Shane Lowry. I'm okay with that one. Yep. I'm all right with that one. And then we played Finau. We got a little caught up in the Finau love this week.
He's
all
a
right.
good
and
value.
then Ryan Fox. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the worst lineup. It's terrible.
It didn't perform well. The only one of those guys that's inexcusable is DJ. All those other guys, I could see the logic behind them being cash plays.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Corey Connors was another one that probably made sense at cash. I don't know. I honestly, Brian Harman probably made sense at cash too. If you think about it. Ooh, Rory just made a birdie. So he's
Did he?
Yeah, he's back to 6 with what?
Okay.
And he's still got 2 par 5s left. I don't know. If somebody can get to 9, at least that makes Harman think, right? Isn't 9 about as far that Harman could really moonwalk the way he's playing?
I think 9.
Yeah.
I think 9 is going to be it. And look, there's plenty of trouble left. This is what, we had Kessler Corain on the show earlier this week. Patrick Reed's caddy, like him or not, gave us some good information. And here's what he said, really. He said, you've got a lot of chances on the front 9, but then you're holding on the back 9. So they still got, Brian Harman's got the entire back 9 left, so he's got to hold on. So, there's plenty of trouble in the back 9 coming up.
It's 10 through 14 are particularly there's a lot of bogey holes in 10 through 14, and then 16 is pretty tough too. All right, let's. I had a question I was going to ask you. Now I can't remember. Okay, I'm gonna go to the chat over here. See if there's anything worth mentioning over here. Let's see. Your feed is ahead of us. Poor cable viewers in Illinois. All right. I'm going to pause. Where are you at on the TV right now? I'm going to pause it so everybody can get caught up to me.
Yeah, I'm actually a tad bit behind you, too. I'm maybe like 5 seconds behind you.
All right. I just hit play, and they're on the playthrough right now. And it's Rory just hit his putt, then he made that birdie on the playthrough.
Okay, Rory's putting now in my feed. So
okay,
he just dropped it.
All right,
Yeah.
so 2 seconds ahead. I'm on the. By the way, if you're on DirecTV and you don't know about channel 901, go do it. It's called the Mosaic. It's got all 4 of the little things up there, so you can watch the live feed, the Par 3 channel, and the 2 feature groups. Pretty badass. My favorite thing that DirecTV does.
I think that's awesome. Let me tell you a little of kind of a funny story. When I was traveling back from Nashville, I'm in the airport. I get there a little bit early so I can sit at a bar and watch the Open. The bartender, God bless her, could not figure out all the different feeds on DirecTV.
Oh.
So like she'd have it on a feature group and they would end, and I'd be like, all right, you got to change it to the. Like, I had to keep trying to direct her to get it to the right channel so that it didn't just quit the feed on me. She just couldn't get it. She couldn't get it.
It amazes me how some people, there's going to be a group of people now that everybody's cutting the cord with cable that are going to grow up not even knowing how to like search TV or find it something. You'll just plug it into Google and it'll just find it for you. To me, that's a lost art, knowing how to work a good cable box. And those days are coming to an end. I feel like such an old.
Well, I hear you.
Anybody? What was Xander? I thought I saw Xander rallying. Where's that motherfather at? Xander still 1 under. Go give me a birdie on 18. Actually, an eagle would be. He's in the rough. 171 out. Okay, great fucking work. Hey guys, give me some questions. Let's ask Pat some questions. I want to hear more about this. What do we got? More about the Nashville trip. Is Nashville quickly becoming like? By the way, Homa just missed a 5-foot par, prick.
Yeah.
Is Nashville becoming like one of the 5 coolest cities in America? Because I hear that place get brought up so much these days.
It's pretty amazing. I'll say this: we went down to the Broadway area like the last night we were there. That's where you go down and there's all the music. I mean, it's nuts down there. A little too a little too crazy for a mid-40s guy like myself.
Probably
like
got that Austin vibe, right? It's like these guys are just a little too young for me right now. Like there's
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I tell you this: we played Troubadour, wearing this Troubadour shirt today. The most amazing experience ever on a golf course. I mean, everything is right there for you. They're hiding Casamigos and Buffalo Trace and trees and coolers in the ground around that place. I mean, it is very hard to stay sober your entire golf round on Troubadour because they also have these refreshment stations every like 5 or 6 holes. And it's just like you walk in and it's like a candy store for adults and you grab whatever you want, drinks you want, everything's all inclusive. It's an incredible golf course. So that was an amazing experience.
Man, I need to go check out Nashville. That might just be there's no I don't really have anything to draw me there other than I just hear everybody talk it up.
It's a cool city.
By the way, did you see Harmon? He just about rolled in another one there on 10. Like he gave it a good scare. So he tapped in. So I don't know. It just doesn't. Oh, was that 9? I guess that was 9. So
yeah, that was 9.
He's heading to 10, which I think you got to take a driver off 10 because 10's that really long par 4 that used to be the par 5.
Yep.
I mean, if you take 3 wood there, you're gonna have like 225 in for your second, I imagine. Yeah,
John Rahm just had 222 in, and it's not like he's a short knocker. So it'll be interesting to see where Harmon goes here because there's no way he's going to have at least 230. I would bet 240 into this green.
All right, here's Cam.
So,
Cam Young's got this for. Oh yeah, he hit that terrible shot. Cam Young for par. Well, Cam Young melting down. I wanted to believe that Cam Young was unbroken, but kind of seeing how he's playing today, I think he's still broken. Another bogey for Cam, by the way, dickhead.
Yeah, his putting's so awful.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, we were about ready to write off Cam Young. You know, when DB comes on here in a little bit, you got to talk to DB about Cam Young because he had become a huge hater. And now, I mean, we're seeing a little bit better play out of Young. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we'll see the rest of the season here, but
Tom Kim's got a birdie putt. Roll. Oh, just burn the edge to get to 7. By the way, I did not see this Hovland meltdown happening here. What the hell? Goodness gracious. 5 over right now? Good.
Yeah, Hovland's
Big Dick Vic not getting it done today, huh?
Having some issues, but look, this is kind of what we've come to see with Victor and majors.
I got to tell you.
When was the last time he contended in a major? Like, really was there at the end?
Wait, didn't he lose to Brooks by a stroke at the PGA Championship?
I guess, but it didn't feel like that.
Yeah, I mean,
it didn't
honestly,
feel like that.
He won the PGA Championship. He just had to go up against Brooks, who was a fucking killer. He got the -8.
Exactly.
He played great.
I guess he did. Yeah, I guess you're right. He did.
Okay, so I'm a Cowboy. You're a Bulldog. My Cowboys, I got Hovland and Ricky just melting down, and then you've got all world Straka and Harmon. Look at that.
Yeah.
Would you have taken that 2-on-2 bet before the week? Because you'd be beating me by about 500 strokes.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would have. Like I said, I've been a big Sep fan all year. I do have them in an outright at 200 to 1. That's not looking too good. But and then the other outright I have up here is Fleetwood and Kim. Actually, had Kim on the card also. So this would be a fantastic tournament if it wasn't for Harmon. It'd be great.
Yeah, no, this leaderboard would be incredible. Let's see. Spieth just stuck it to like 2 feet on 17 for all you Spiethy guys. Anybody else that's could make a rally? I'm not seeing anybody here. See more guys moonwalking than guys charging. It's not exactly great charging conditions.
No, it's not. I mean, I tell you, Jason Day was one though that I really, as the week kind of like just started going on, I was more and more like, I need to put Jason Day in some lineups. I was feeling that a little bit. Nobody was talking about him. His ownership was low. I should have probably looked at that.
He's got 8 feet for birdie right now on 11. So, I mean, that's a thing. That could get him to 7. Hey, did you play any underdog best ball? Did you do any of that? I know you guys,
I did not.
You guys are underdog bros. You got to get into that.
I did not. DB did. I'm pretty sure DB did, but I did not get into that.
I encourage you to get into it. It is pretty damn fun.
Yeah. It's only for the majors though, right?
So they're actually doing one for the Tour Championship here in a couple weeks. It's like a little 3-week one where it'll have the three legs of it. I'm going to definitely be in that one.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're convincing me. I may have to get in for something like that.
You'd be amazed how dumb people are at that. They will literally draft guys that are like 125 in the FedEx standings, or maybe not even in it at all. So it's like they have no chance to advance to the next round, and they're going to take them. It's very, very lucrative over there. That's all I'll say.
I feel like you still have a little bit of an edge, right? At underdog.
It's not like, I mean, DraftKings DFS has gotten way too sharp, especially at week long. I mean, there's really not much of an edge at week long, if we're being honest. The only real edge that's there is just playing the ownership game, and that takes 3 or 4 years a lot of times to ever pay dividends.
Yeah, I agree. It has gotten so much more difficult. When we first started this back, 2015, 2016, it felt like I had so many more sweats in DFS than I do now. Like it's a totally different game. You're right. A lot more sharps are involved in it. So it is definitely a little bit more.
Did you guys start with DFS, or did you start with golf and morph into DFS?
No, we started with DFS golf. That was the very first thing that we started with. So it had been going on for maybe about a year when they started DFS golf on DraftKings. So that was the first thing that we did. Big shot for Rory coming up here. This second shot here. You may be ahead of me, but
he's lining up to hit it second out of the rough on 15. Really, I mean, he has to get a birdie here. Doesn't look like he loves it though. He's trying to get it to turn over. Doesn't look like he loves it. Let's see. You don't want to be in the rough there. I think that would be a much easier shot if it would have just landed 5 yards shorter. Because now he's gonna. All right, here's Rom. We got Rom for birdie on number, what is this, 10? I guess he's on.
He's on 10.
I didn't even see that he made a bogey. That hurts. Oh wow, he left it criminally short.
Oh man,
criminally short. What are we doing, Ramathan? Hit the ball, you wiener. Goodness gracious. Here's that Tom Kim putt that I was talking about a minute ago. This burns the edge. It looked good the whole way. Burn the edge. Damn it.
Oh.
Yeah. That was one of those ones because he's over here on the hole 13-17 right now. Homa's got a birdie look on 17. For all of you, I got him in a showdown lineup. Turn, bitch. God dang it. That stayed out right or left. All right, Fleetwood. Fleetwood's got to start making some birds here, man. These are Fleetwood charging conditions. That's not that bad of a shot. I mean,
no, it's not. But he's really. I feel like he's just running out of gas a little bit. A lot of energy early in the week with being kind of the hometown guy. It feels like it's going away some.
Here's that Jason Day birdie putt on 11. Gotta have it. Gotta have it if he's going to charge.
Yeah, this is a big putt for Day here.
That looks left. Yep. Didn't he didn't get the break to the right he was planning on.
I mean, unless Brian Harmon's going to see some guys get up there to 8, probably maybe 9. He's not giving this away. He's got to see a guy like right there, just knocking at his door. And right now, they're not even off out of their cars yet. Haven't even hit the sidewalk. They're just sitting.
He's not a guy that like gets the yips with the putter. Like when he's 30 feet away, it's an auto 2-putt. Like he's never gonna. Yeah. All he has to do is stick everything to the center of the green, which the way he's ball striking this week isn't particularly tough to do. And then he's just gonna 2-putt everything.
Have they shown his drive on 10 yet?
I don't remember seeing it. They're showing all of his shots, so I feel like I would have saw it. Here, let's go look and see where he's at. Let's go click on The guy who's gonna save Middle Earth, everybody, Brian Harmon. Yeah, he's 272 out, so he's got 223 in, which is literally what we just said he would have in.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's gonna be a tough shot.
Dude, Jordan Spieth fucking is. I want to nut punch him. He just missed a 2-footer for birdie on 17. What a whore.
What is his problem?
Sure. Hey, by the way, everybody, drop a like. It'd be much appreciated. The more likes you drop, maybe YouTube will give it to some randos. Let's see if we can get up to like 150 likes before we get out of here. I think that's a reasonable goal.
I think we can get there.
All right. Epic Rodent, great name. Most realistic chasers playing guys like you should be ceremonial starters at the Masters. Most realistic chasers playing like oh yeah, exactly. I agree. These guys that should be chasing are kind of spinning their wheels. I mean, Emiliano Grillo, which, by the way, at least I can give myself credit for that. I bitched out on a lot of the dudes from the AM/PM wave or the PM/AM wave. I stuck with Grillo. I just loved Grillo this week. You couldn't get me off of him. I was like, this is a Grillo type course, is it not? And it
really is.
He's made me look smart.
Yeah, he has, and he's made me look smart earlier this year. I took him at Colonial, got a little win there, even though he hit it into that creek that went, the ball like went 100 yards backwards, but. There you go, man. Brian Harmon.
Every time, man. He just stuck right to the green. Just hit it on the green. Auto 2-putt. Hell, he might even roll it in the way the guy's rolling the rock. He's already made like one 25-footer today. Made like another 11-footer. Here's Rory out of the thick shit on 15. He's got to find a way to get this up and down. Can't be an easy shot. Oh, he's way back too. I thought he had like a 60-yard chip.
Yeah, he put a good. He put a good.
Okay. Okay. I mean, he could make that.
Yeah,
but that's closer than I thought he would be from how far back he was out of the rough.
Yeah.
All right. How much more rain do we need to fall for the Hobbit to drown? You got anything on that? If we get standing water over 3 inches, is there a chance Harmon might not make it?
I mean, potentially, but you gotta remember, Brian Harmon grew up on the coast, right here in Savannah, so he's kind of used to the water. Right. He could be a very good swimmer.
I actually read somewhere on the internet that when they shot the Hobbit 5 Armies movie and they do that one where there's the barrels going down the river, a lot of the actors were too scared, so they had Brian Harmon come in and actually film those. Fucking, that was a vague reference. 3 people got that. You're welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Open equals. Why did they go off early today, Pat? It seems like everything seems like an hour and a half earlier than it was.
Yeah, I think it's funny how they do majors, because I like when they on Saturday. I feel like is the best, the best time slots that they have, like we had yesterday. But then they seem to always drop it back like an hour earlier, I guess, for maybe TV coverage or whatever on Sundays. Because I think that if they had just stayed like they had yesterday, you're probably going to get even more weather, more wind, more rain, more just mass, whatever can happen. Right. And I don't know why they backed it up. It's they did that at the Scottish Open too. Yeah. The Scottish Open finished so early,
right?
And it was because of weather. And I'm like, since when did they start? Changing tee times because of weather in Scotland.
Exactly right. Where it's like you don't even call it weather in Scotland. You just call it fucking Sunday because that's how it is every day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, Sharma, I just watched Sharma miss a 7-foot birdie putt. He hasn't made a single bogey today. Got to give it up to that guy. A little bit. He's grinding a little bit harder than I thought he would.
He really is. He kind of was one of those that popped on the scene a few years ago. Now he's just been gone off the radar. I don't know if he's been injured or what, but I think he almost won. Was it that World Golf event in Mexico a few years ago? I mean, and now all of a sudden he's back playing well.
Damn, we're down to less than 1% to win the big one today. I choose to believe. I choose to believe. You got? Do you play any Showdown at all?
I wasn't able. I wanted to today, but with travel and everything yesterday, I just didn't get a chance to get any lineups in. But I did want to today. So, what are the best players in Showdown today? Like, who's really?
So I have Moronk in all my lineups. Not all of them. I played like 10% Moronk, and then I saw the new weather update, and I ended up pulling him out like a bitch because I didn't want to have a punt in bad weather conditions. And him and Scheffler, last I saw, were the highest scoring guys on the slate thus far. That might have changed by now, but that was the case, and he was kind of a nuts play because he was like 2%. The funny thing is that one lineup I have that with the guy, we actually made that before the weather happened, so it still has Moronk in it. That's why I know he was such a good play today. He scored over 40 points, so at 2% ownership. That's why that one lineup's kind of live.
Yeah, I feel like Moronk would have been a good one today. Tom Kim's got to be a decent one to have in there.
Rory, you loser.
Oh my gosh.
You're such a fucking loser, Rory. I'm sorry. He is.
He just cannot make putts down the stretch when it really matters. I get what he did at the Scottish Open. Don't tell me that. I understand, but
they just said, wait, my screen just said that he made a birdie. That was not a birdie. That was definitely a par. They got the little leaderboard up here on the left, and it just updated him to a birdie. That was not a birdie.
No,
right?
that was
no way that was a birdie. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're right. They got it on. I'm looking at the leaderboard too. Yeah, they're wrong. They're gonna move that. They're gonna change
By
that.
the way, Cam Young just stubbing a chip right now. That guy fucking free fall mode right now.
Yeah.
Look at
Poor
man.
Cam.
And the worst part is his body language when he's not playing well. Something about it just tilts my balls. Like he kind of gets this like little dumpy, hunched over walk. I just like get it together, whore. All right. Let's see. Over here in the chat, anything we got? I'm up 2.4 for the 100. I'm up. Oh shit, Nick, 2.4 chance to win the 100K. Nick, let's go.
All right.
I mean, 2.4. That's a 1 in 41 chance, right? I would take a 1 in 41 chance on 100K.
Who do we need here? Who do we need to get that win?
Who are Nick? Tell us some of the guys in your lineup, or do you not want to say? You don't want to mush yourself. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's go back over here to the leaderboard. See,
John Rahm just hold it into a sprinkler head. Look how deep those sprinkler heads are. I mean, he'll get relief, but damn.
Right. See, if this were real brutal golf, you make him play it out of there.
Yeah, you got to play it out of that sprinkler head.
Don't. Let's see, man. I thought Minwoo would rally today. Minwoo has not played well today.
I'm kind of over Minwoo.
Are you? Tell me
why.
Yeah,
I love his talent. But I just don't. I mean, he's too inconsistent for me.
Right.
He just. But I like. I mean, the guy can. I followed him for like 5 holes at the Players Championship. He has just a sweet swing. He was hitting this 2-iron that would go like 300 yards on a rope. I mean, he does have a very good action with the way he can hit the ball. I like that part. I like the kid.
Yeah. Oh no, I like his swagger. He's definitely got some swagger to him. By the way, here's Harmon's putt on 10. He's got this birdie look up the hill on 10. This closes the door right here. Just missed it. Just missed it.
I think if that goes in, we're done.
Honestly, I think if he makes any more birdies, it's over. I don't see anybody catching him if he makes any more birdies because it's not that helps him get away. It just helps him fucking have another mistake that he can make, right? It just cancels out another bogey. So, like, basically at this point, you're cheering for him to somehow find 3 bogeys and no birdies coming home, which I would say is not a very likely proposition.
Oh, Straka, that was a good shot there. Mike could do something.
Dude,
by the way, the Rory loving leaderboard person on the website has changed it back to 6 under now.
All right, they're showing Hovland, so you know he's about to throw a dart here because why would you be showing a guy who's 5 over on the round if he didn't do something good here, right? If this isn't within 5 feet, I'll be shocked because why else would they be showing this guy? Spin? Yeah, saw that coming. Hell, it might go in. Yeah. Whenever you see a guy who's shit in the bed and they just randomly show him on main coverage, you know he's about to – it's either going to be one of 2 things. He's going to shank one and they're going to do a little 5 seconds about how shitty they're playing today, or it's going to 2 feet. That's the only 2 options that were going to happen there.
Oh, goodness. Look at Homa.
Gee, he just straight tugged that. Talk about not wanting to miss right. That's what every time there's OB right, that's my little snap hook left. That's my shot there. Ricky Fowler birdie on 18. Ricky just rolled in like a 28-footer on 18.
Oh, Fowler. Well, good for him there.
Hey, I mean, he was, I don't know. I feel like he peaked just a little too early for this. I wish he would have peaked here instead of at where the fuck ever he won. I can't even remember. I have a hard time remembering 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I hear you. How about, by the way, I don't know how much of the coverage you're listening to, but Azinger and this is about an hour ago, maybe I tweeted this, but he just was going all in defending Harmon and his waggle and everything in the time. I'm like, why are you feeling the need to defend this? I mean, there's nobody, like, it was almost like he was doing it just because he anticipated a lot of people talking about it on Twitter.
I think Paul Azinger wakes up every day, gets out a pad of paper, a legal pad and a pen, and just thinks of, what is the dumbest shit that I can talk about today that nobody cares about and can bore the fuck out of them? And you got to give the man credit. He is the nuts at tilting people. I almost think that he might be a secret genius. He knows that he's getting everybody talking about him by this, how just stupid he is, and I think he leans into it. I think he might be a secret genius.
You know what? I don't, that wouldn't surprise me. He's gotten DB then, because DB is all in on hating on Azinger. He's done tweets about it. He's done TikToks about it. He's done Instagram stories about it.
Speaking of which, I saw you guys on Twitter. I don't know if it was you, because you guys both tweet out of it, right? You and DB?
We do, mostly DB. I do get in there and tweet.
I need
every
some
once
context. You said, like, one of them, I think you quote tweeted no laying up, and you said something about being like a kid being a killer, like a quote unquote killer or something like that, about fishing or something. I was so confused by the tweet. It was like last night, so obviously it wasn't you. So I guess it was in context of them talking about Brian Harmon's kids being really good, like are all expert spear fishermen or something like that. And
okay, now that was not me. I'm gonna have to go back and look it up.
I was like, I don't get the context here, but I'm also really bad at Twitters. So there's a lot of times I'm like, someone explain this to me like I'm 112 and I don't get this. And that was just another one. I was like, I got to ask these guys, what the hell did that mean? Here's that Ricky putt. Hey, Pat, I'll give you 20-1. Ricky makes this.
Okay.
You want it?
No, that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, you never doubt Ricky curl it in. Okay.
Yeah, look at old Ricky. I'm looking at the tweet now.
Yeah, if you can figure out the context of that. Like, I thought maybe they had said something about being anti-fisher or fishermen being killers or something.
He's basically saying somebody's going to get all crazy about, that they shouldn't be killing fish or something. He's talking about the whatever people.
Did they get a really soft audience or something? I don't follow
I
no
guess.
laying up. I'm not a no laying up kind of guy. Fleetwood just misses birdie on 13, left edge. Jonathan Ramathan from across the world, lagging it on up there to tap in range on 11. All right.
I gotta say, I love some of your nicknames for these guys.
Oh yeah,
do you keep them the same, or am I hearing different ones? I feel like you're kind of. Are they all the same?
So yeah, no. I literally I just word vomit, and whatever comes out, and so sometimes they change. Straka just a little short.
Man, just nobody can do it. Nobody can add a little pressure here. It's just not happening.
I will say the Hobbit has stayed relatively consistent. Every time I've thought of Brian Harmon, he just looks like, I swear to God, he looks like Pip from the original Lord of the Rings. He walks like him, same demeanor, same face. I doubt Pip could strike a 5-iron though. I think that's the only difference.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, speaking of Twitter, DB has now posted a really good Twitter video of Brendan Todd doing a video or an interview with us a couple years ago, where we found out that Brian Harmon had the nickname of Cockbite, and the story is on our Twitter if you want to watch that. But kind of a funny story there with old Brian Harmon.
Yeah, I call Brendan Todd the troll because I actually really like Brendan Todd, and he seems like a very nice person. But man, his face is a tough look. I mean, he fucking looks like a troll that lives under a bridge and eats small children that have not been good. That's what he looks like to me. Anybody that tells me different, look, I'm sure he's a nice guy, and I'm not exactly a great looking guy myself. But I don't look like a fucking troll. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see that with Brendan Todd.
Yeah, he's not like an internet troll. I'm sure he's a super nice guy. Probably would want to have a beer with him, and I'd probably never call him a troll to his face.
He is a good dude, and he would probably be a good person to have a beer with. By the way, I think this is a Brendan Todd course too. Yeah. He's not. Obviously, he's not up here on the leaderboard.
As a guy I wanted to play today, but I bitched out whenever I saw that there was going to be some weather in the morning. Let's see what he did today. 3 over, but 4 birdies. 4 birdies in these conditions. Look at that face, man. I hope you can't. God, I mean, that's a fucking troll face. I'm sorry. He's an ugly mother father. Yeah, let's just be objective. Which, by the way, I will say, professional golfers. Somebody pointed this out to me. It's my buddy's wife, and she's a golfer, and she said that professional golfers are the ugliest of all the professional athletes. And I've been doing some thinking, and I'm like, God, that's kind of true. Like, there's not very many truly handsome golfers. Like, they're kind of ugly dudes.
You know what? I can't argue with you there. I mean, there's really not. All the ladies seem to love Adam Scott.
Yeah, that was what she said. She said Adam Scott's the only good-looking one. That was literally her line. And I was like,
he's aging out a little bit, though.
Yeah, I was like, that's not true. And then I went and looked. I'm like, Jesus, they are all ugly. Like I don't think the ladies are lining up to hook up with JJ Spawn.
No, I think you're right. It's Sepp Straka. Okay, now Harmon's in some trouble now.
All right.
He finally hits driver and he gets into trouble.
Did he go in the bunker or just in the rough? Because the bunkers are so much more punitive. I don't know where all the bunkers are at. Here's Homa. Need Homa to stick this real close. All right, we're home on 18. He needs I just need him to get a birdie. It's not like he's going to win, but it would help me out, Bob.
Yeah.
Played a lot of maximum home. I can't even see where it landed.
It's a little right.
Yeah.
That's going to be.
He ain't making bird from there, that's for sure.
By the way, speaking of bunkers, if you're in Scotland and you want to play golf with me and you want to find a bunker, you just play with me. I'll find all the bunkers. I'll get in all of them, and you'll get to see where they are.
We all have those friends. I have a friend that no matter what he does, no matter where he's at, he will hit the center of a fucking tree trunk. We could be playing on a link-style course. He'd find the one fucking tree and just hit it right in the middle of it. And now it's nice to know I have a friend that's a bunker machine in Pat. All right.
I can find a bunker. Not as much over here in the States, but over there I can find a bunker.
I've got a great question for you. What's more tilting? Being in a fairway bunker or being in a greenside bunker?
For sure, fairway bunker.
Amen.
To me.
Amen. It's just when I'm in a fairway bunker, just put me down for an 8. I'm not.
Yeah.
Nothing good's gonna happen. A greenside bunker, for some reason, I can usually get it out. I don't get it close to the pin, but I can get out and usually 2-putt and still get my bogey. Right. By the way, Harmon just sticking it.
Hell?
He's unbelievable, man.
My goodness. I'm with you, and I think part of it to me is for like a greenside bunker. I've got kind of a natural cut swing anyway. What does that mean? You kind of wipe it a little bit. So bunkers on the green side seem a little easier for me because I can just kind of wipe it under there and get it up there. Right. But the fairway bunkers, they're a little more difficult for sure. It's just hard to get a good solid contact out of a fairway bunker. So
let's go look up Nick. Let's go look up.
By the way, I have interrupted coverage right now on my live feed because of a Amber Alert. So
what's going on? Fucking Georgia, people just be stealing children or something? What are we doing?
I guess, but we got a major Amber Alert, so I can't see anything right now until that goes through.
Oh, man, John Rahm. Look at that. Talking about wiping it. Just straight right. Goodness gracious. All right. That does not look like it's going to be fun. That actually kind of reminds me of Jordan Spieth at the Open back in 2017, back there behind that big hill where he had to take the drop.
Yeah.
That was a fun hole. Back when Jordan had magic beans before he decided that he sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so they're showing Cam Young here, right? You got to think he puts this close. I mean, why else would they show him? A guy that's fading, he's got to – surely this is going to be within like 7 feet. Well, he's a leader, so maybe how do I call it every time? How do I know? How do I fucking see the future? Coverage, it's so annoying. Show me all the shots, not just the good ones, you dickie.
I know.
Here's Rory using the old Texas wedge on 16. Looks like he bitch hit it. Still got a good 6 feet left to save par. Are you a Texas wedge guy?
Yeah.
So like you got a tight lie just off the green, 10 yards off the green, or 5 yards off the green. You're gonna actually bust out your 56 and chip it, and not just Texas wedge that bitch.
No, I'd probably Texas wedge it. I'd do that.
It's the best thing that ever happened to my game was just starting to use the Texas wedge.
I mean, I'm a bump and run guy almost all around the golf course. I'll bump and run it from 60 yards off the green if I have to.
Wow. What do you bump them with? Are you like a 7-iron bump guy or a pitching wedge?
It depends on what I'm looking at, but usually like a 7 or an 8 iron.
Yeah.
But if I'm kind of just off the green or I got a little slope there, it's a pitching wedge or a 9 iron.
What is do you measure your handicap by any chance?
My handicap is a 12.1.
That's pretty solid, right? I feel like I would love to see where that ranks like in the percentile. I would assume that's like a 80 to 90 percentile handicap.
Yeah. I mean, DV gives me a lot of crap, but I mean, listen, I've played golf a long time. I can hit some good shots out there. I mean, right. I've had some. The problem I have is if I'm staring at like breaking 80, then it all goes to hell, and I'm going to shoot an 82 or an 83. Just can't get into that breaking 80 mode. But,
let's see. Oh, shit. Somebody's 12% to win the big one. Look at that. Another guy's 12%. This I-800 Eddie to win it all. 12.4. That's pretty high. 1 in 8. I'd take a 1 in 8 chance at 100,000. Let's see. What do we got here? I'm just looking at the chat, see if we have anything. Pat Perry is Mr. Bump and Run. That's what Josh is calling you now. Mr. Bump and Run.
I'm telling you, listen, our coffee that we have with the coffee company that we work with, Front Nine Coffee, I have my own brand. It's the Pat's Bump and Run blend.
How do these people approach you? Like, it amazes me how many fucking connections you guys have. Like, how do you know so many golfers How do you know so many caddies? How do you guys have all these sponsors? Like literally, like only sponsorship offers I ever get are like spam shit. So I'm always amazed. We're like, they don't even know my name. It's just like you can tell they just sent it to 100,000 people, and I was just one of them.
Well, listen, I got to give DB a lot of credit too. He does a lot of grinding to find us some of the sponsors and things like that. Does a lot of help. We have some outside help as well, some agency help, which is always good. But with the players and the caddies, that was something that we kind of had early on. We had some relationships there, and then you kind of build it from there. I friends with Kevin Kisner. So that kind of helped me a little bit, just kind of getting involved with some of the players there when I lived in Aiken, which is where he is. Growing up in Augusta too, a lot of players live around that area, like Luke List, Vaughn Taylor back in the day. If you remember some Vaughn Taylor, he's still out there playing. Scott Brown had some stints on the tour, so you just kind of get in with those guys. You go to events, and then you meet other caddies and other players, and so just kind of been building those relationships for a long time, 8 years now, and just kind of spreads out. And
did you see that Rory putt? By the way, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but he literally just went full circle bogey.
Yeah,
what a bum!
I did that over the weekend in Nashville. By the way, I had one of those
where it goes all the way around and comes back out the same way it came in.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And that was for a par too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a par because he just Texas wedged. Ooh. But like wouldn't you describe yourself as, here's a Cam Young birdie. Wouldn't you describe yourself more, this is that one, is he going to pay it up? God, he is so bad. He putts like he's fucking scared. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you watch guys putt and you're like, oh, this guy's confident he's going to put in the back of the cup. He putts like he just doesn't want to fuck up. And I don't think that's the way to putt.
No, it's not.
Wouldn't you describe yourself more as a golf guy than a DFS guy though? Like you love golf more than you love DFS, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Love golf. I've watched it since a very young age. Always been a huge fan of golf. So yeah, I'm just like a golf junkie. That's how we get into, the Tour Junkie name. I love it. There's a lot of people out there. Friends of mine who just, they any golf tournament, they think only the majors are the golf tournaments that are out there to watch. But I'll watch anything. Okay. I'll be watching the Barracuda later to see who wins that. It's just something I'm a big fan of.
Do you watch women's golf? Collegiate golf?
I do watch collegiate golf. I like to watch the majors in women's golf. I'll say that. But it's not something I'm, diehard watching every week. Nothing against the ladies, though. Nothing against the ladies.
Nothing against the ladies. This ain't sexist. By the way, I'm seeing this Oppenheimer trailer. I went and saw it last night. Are you going to go see Oppenheimer?
I'd like to. It looks pretty good. I read there's some raunchy scenes in that movie.
That's what somebody else told me. They're like, I heard there's a 15-minute sex scene. What the fuck are people talking about? It shows a chick's tits for like 30 seconds. That's it. That's literally it. She at one point she's grinding on him. Okay, we're fucking adults here. There's no that's not a 70s porn, right? It's come on. I would not.
Are people like? I'm not a big movie guy, so I don't.
It's hard to be a big movie guy these days because they all fucking suck.
Well, that's true. But are people back in theaters now going to the movie? Or
that was what I went and saw the movie with my brother last night, and like I get a lot of YouTube suggestions about movies because I love movies, and they kept saying how Christopher Nolan may save cinema and Hollywood with this movie. Making a movie that's not a fucking remake of something from the 80s, making a movie that's not a fucking superhero movie. Doing it not letting it stream, only putting it out at theaters for 100 days. This is like, getting back to classic 1970s, 80s, 90s cinema, and that place was fucking packed last night. I went at 10:30 at night, and that place was packed. The entire theater was packed because AMC and all those places, they're folding up like lawn chairs, and I was really amazed. Like I was like, holy shit, this is like what it felt like when I went to the movies when I was a kid. The concessions line was legit 50 people deep. It was kind of cool to see, all because of one movie.
So in this case, it's probably the movie that did that, right? But like, I would feel like for movie theaters to really exist and do well these days, it's like the stadiums for any game you're going to, whether it's your favorite football team or whatever it is. It's this experience, right? Like the only way it's going to happen is if you have a great experience while you're there. It just can't be the old go get your popcorn and sitting there and watch it. It's got to be something else,
Yeah. By the way, Sharma, there's his birdie. There's a bird. Look at that. No bogeys today from Sharma. Got to tell you, wasn't on that train.
Got a hat backwards.
And
did you ever know about me calling out Billy Horschel at the Open Championship for wearing his hat backwards?
I did not. Give me some context. I would love to hear it because Billy Horschel seems like a guy that would not stand for somebody yapping at him.
So this was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, early on in the TJ careers here. But it was pouring down rain. It was windy. He turned his hat around backwards. And I'll say this now, I've come around to it. Like, he did it because rain was like coming off of his hat and he couldn't even see. So he had to turn around backwards. But I just went all into him on Twitter and he responded. Then he followed us. And then we had to have a little, I had to do an apology on the interview. And I wrote out this long apology. It was great. And he's turned into, he interacts with us a little bit, so he's a good guy. Yeah. But that's the second time, by the way, I've had to do an apology on an interview. Also had to do it with Stephen Bowditch, who back in the day.
I remember old Bowditch. I used to play him on DraftKings lineups.
I laid into him. I said something about him at the Masters. I couldn't believe he was in the field, and I said something
you're not tagging these people in the tweets, are you? Right? You're not
no.
Billy Horschel's a bitch. You're not doing that.
No, I think I just said it on Twitter. I don't even know if I said it on Twitter. The Bowdo thing. I am not a tag somebody on Twitter
You got to be a fucking loser to tag.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Bowdo though was he was listening to the show. I didn't expect him to listen to it. And I said something about him. I said something about throwing up in my mouth. I can't believe he's in the field. He ats us in the tweet. And then says, hey, hard to work on my game with Pat's foot in my mouth. And I was like, oh, okay. So he listened to it. We were shocked. We thought it was great. Then we became friends with Baldo too. He came on the show. I did a long apology to him as well. So it was fun. That's another way we've gotten to know some of these players. It's me putting my foot in my mouth.
I have one guy tweet at me and Harmon. I was like, dude, don't put me in your stupid tweet at Brian Harmon. By the way, I'm pretty sure Tom Kim just they're showing a shot here, so clearly something good's going to happen. And he's got a backwards hat on. Tom Kim, sticking it close, spin it. Yep. I can already see on the leaderboard. I think he made that. So he is.
Watch Tom Kim be the one to make a charge.
Fleetwood, no way, Fleetwood. He just missed like a 4-foot birdie that would have got him to 7. I mean, he's had a chance to get to 9. He makes that.
Yeah.
And then all he has to do is go find 2 more coming home, and he's like, no. Goodness gracious, Fleetwood. Oh goodness. Who's gonna get to 9? I guess Straka is still at 7. So he could get a birdie at I guess he's got 3 birdie holes left, 15, 17, 18. So he could, in theory, get to 10. But I mean, I wouldn't say that's very likely. I'd say that's maybe a 5% chance.
Yeah, I think 9 is where the next closest chaser to Harmon's going to be, and he's just got to hold it together. And I think he's going to do that. I mean, if anything, worst case scenario for me is Harmon goes to maybe 10. That's about it. I don't see anything further down than that. Yeah, just the way he's playing.
Plus, he's getting through all these tough holes. 10 and 11 are ones that you can find a bogey on. He's already through both of them. So,
yeah, exactly.
It's not looking good. Matter of fact,
all the hats are going on backwards, by the way, now. Since we started talking about it, they're all going backwards with the hats now.
Oh, shit. 11, 12, 13 aren't even playing tough today. They're playing under par. Who do we got here? Oh, this is that Tom Kim birdie putt. $20 he makes it, Pat. You're already into me for like $200,000 today.
Yeah. Boom,
right,
there he goes.
Make another $20. No.
All right. Old Tom Kim has got it to 7. And he's got what hole is he on? He's got a couple more birdie holes going.
Yeah, Tom Kim just finished 15, so he could maybe get one at 17, maybe get one at 18. I don't think you're going to usually birdie 16. It is playing as the 5th toughest hole today. Got a Rory birdie look on 17, but not that it really matters with him anymore. You're only sweating Rory for DraftKings at this point.
Yeah.
And, of course, he'll make it now. Now that he's out of contention, he's the greatest putter of all time.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
By the way, they're showing up a graphic here with Brian Harmon, the kind of with a win. This is what has happened. This is his 30th start in a major. It feels like he's had more majors than that. Yep. I feel like Brian Harmon's been around a lot longer.
I mean, but he doesn't always qualify for him as the problem.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
130 out.
What a shot.
Oh, man, this is over. Like he's just 138 out from the fairway. He's never going to bogey from there. It's either a birdie or a par. Like it's over. This is over. If he doesn't start to fall apart if he gets through 14, we might as well just fucking call it. If he gets through 14 and he's still at 12, it's over. Unless somehow Tom Kim goes and races to 10.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
There's Rory making that putt. Yeah, I missed it. I didn't see it earlier. Now they just showed it, and knocked it right in.
It was over
nothing.
on the par 3 channel. They still got the 13-17. I'm watching Hovland over here on the other one. Wait, did Hovland just throw that to like a foot? My God, Vic. Yeah, Victor Hovland on the. Oh, all right. Hey, Pat, $100. He gets this really close.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
$100. Oh, looks good. It looks good.
Nice apex height.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right.
I don't know. I can just feel it sometimes. Although
you really have it.
Even
you have
if
an
I hadn't
uncanny
already
ability.
Seen that, yeah. Well, we are getting to the point where there's not a ton of guys left on the course, and if they really are showing all the shots, maybe we'll get to see some bad ones. Like normally, I would just assume this is a good Cam Young shot, but there's not a lot of people for him to choose from, so this might just be an average shot. Oh, and he doesn't like it. Him and his stupid fucking hoodie. Good shot. That I would hit that shot. 135 yards out. That's exactly where I would hit it. Great shot, Cam. Great shot. Okay, with your stupid hoodie. Comb your hair. All right. All right. We got Jonathan Ramathan. What is it? Is he on 13 here? Trying
13.
to cutting one in there. Boy, that's a beautiful little cut.
Look at that. I like a good cut.
I do too.
I like a good cut. Okay.
All right. Jonathan ain't done. All right. Let's give him that one. That gets him to 7. All right. I think Rom could still get to 10.
It's possible, but Harmon's just.
Hey, I choose to believe that Harmon's gonna misplace the ring, right? Or that fucking little golem guy. Wait, what? Schmiegel. Schmiegel's gonna steal it from him.
Up there.
I'm really proud of myself for remembering the name Schmiegel.
You did. Yeah.
Jason Day.
If you were talking about that with no hat now.
Yeah.
By the way, if you start bringing up Lord of the Rings stuff with DB, he's not going to get any of it. So just go ahead. He's not getting it. Don't bring up that. Don't bring up any Harry Potter stuff or anything like that. He doesn't watch any of that. Seinfeld for sure. Don't make a Seinfeld reference. He'll never get that.
Do you know what time he's planning on coming on? Because there's a good chance that if Brian Harmon's going to boat race this, I'm not going to just sit here and watch a fucking Brian Harmon coronation.
I think he said he was coming on about noon. We're probably about 5 minutes away.
Cool.
So,
are you staying on, or is he replacing you?
He's going to replace me, but I'll stick on until he gets in here. I might have to jump away in a second though, because I had a lot of coffee and all these things.
Need to take a leak?
I might have to go to take a little restroom break. But I'll wait till the top of the hour.
All right.
What are you drinking?
Cold brew. Always the Starbucks cold brew. It's just the truth. For whatever reason, coffee a lot of times will upset my stomach, but Starbucks cold brew does not. I can literally just pound it all day.
I've gotten into the cold brews lately.
Yeah.
I have. Used to not be a huge fan, but I do like them now. So there's Straka's doing a little bit of the same, just kind of knocking it down the fairways, hitting some good shots, just not making anything. Nothing's dropping for him.
Is he going to make the Ryder Cup team?
I think that's a good question. I think there's a good chance. I mean, the European Ryder Cup team is got a lot of guys that I think are in contention there, and he's playing very solid golf right now. He's been doing it for a couple of years now. I think there's a very good chance that Straka makes their Ryder Cup team.
I mean, it's just fun to see these golfers kind of like, you think you have an idea of what a golfer is, and then all of a sudden they just have these years. Like this year has really changed my perception of what Sepp Straka is as a golfer.
Yeah.
Now I think he's like a legit top 20 golfer in the world. And I used to think, Sepp Straka, he's like, a slapdick that I play when I'm feeling ballsy at DraftKings. Now you're like, Sepp Straka, he's in contention. Like he's one of those guys a lot like Siwoo is. There's good Sepp and there's bad Sepp, but when he's good, I mean he's legit.
Yeah. No, he is. He's legit. I put him on the card at the John Deere, and luckily he won that after he almost tried to give that away. I feel like a little bit of the Straka whisperer. Like every time he's won, I've had him on the betting card. So, and I had him this week, and obviously that's not really.
I hope you did. I hope you did an each way with him.
I should have. We can't get the each ways.
Okay. I can't sports bet at all, so I guess I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I have a riddle for you about Sepp Straka. They said yesterday on the telecast that his mom is American, his or his mom is Austrian, dad is American, whatever. It's one of those two, right? One American parent, one Austrian parent. But he looks Italian. How the fuck is that the case? Like, if you look at his face, I'm like, that guy looks Italian, yet he's a descendant of an Austrian and an American.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of does.
He's got some Benito Mussolini vibes to him. For all of you that don't know who that is, go fucking Google it, all right?
He's a good bulldog too, though. You know, Bulldog's up there, just up there at the top.
He's a little older too, right? He's got to be mid-30s by now, right? I would imagine Sepp Straka's 34.
No, he's not quite that old.
Oh, he's
not
young.
Quite that old. I actually met Straka for the first time. We have a Corn Ferry Tour event here at the course I play, and I met him. This was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Great guy, super nice. And by the way, little thing with him, I think this is something to watch because he has Dwayne Bach on the bag for him right now. He's been Kiz's caddy for a long time, and I don't know. I have not heard for sure that there's a switch from Dewey, as we call him, Dwayne Bach to Straka permanently, but Dewey was on the bag when Straka won at the John Deere, and now he's on the bag here, traveling over, to the Open Championship with Straka. That's something to watch. Yeah. Like our kids and him kind of, breaking up here. I don't know. We see that in the caddy world. It's never. It's. I don't think there's any drama to it. But
is Kisner broken? By the way, is he ever going to be back?
I was asking DB this when we were in Nashville. Like, I don't know, like, what's going on. He's not even playing right now, but we haven't heard anything. We haven't heard anything about an injury.
Right.
Nothing. He's not playing at all. So I don't know. I mean, sure, he's practicing, but I mean, he's not playing in tournaments.
Right. By the way, Brian Harman left that birdie putt short, kind of bitch hit it, but he'll tap in for his par. So he is now safely through. Is he on? He's on 12 right now, right? Yeah. So he'll tap in for his par. By the way, Victor Hovland definitely missed that little 2-footer that he stuffed in there on 13.
My goodness.
Yeah, he's a struggle bus today. Here's Jason Day. Oh, Jason. I thought Jason Day. Editor, by the way, you might want to get the audio ready or not the audio, but the Ninja streaming thing ready because it looks like, according to Pat, we got another guest joining us soon.
Well, I don't know. DB texted me that he was having teenager issues, so it may not be right at noon. So right. we'll get him here, I'm sure, hopefully here.
I just need the editor on standby in case he was like thinking that he could do anything other than just pay attention to our every word.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm gonna take a quick break if that's all right. Yep. I know that it's dead air with me gone is gonna, but I gotta go. I gotta go to the restroom.
When you gotta take a leak, you gotta take a leak. I kind of gotta take one too, but when you do these long streams, you gotta practice bladder strength, and that's what I'm doing. You got it. It's like I don't know how the guy that does the Red Zone channel does it.
Yep. I don't get that.
Yeah, they're crazy. Hey, all right. While he goes and pisses, guys, get in the chat. Tell me something. Let's talk about something. Let me go check my cut sweats real quick, see if we got anything. We got a couple that still have a chance at getting a top 5, which I think is like 10 grand. I choose to believe. We just need a big finish. Let me check on the phone real quick. Yeah, that's right, Brent. I got that teacher bladder. Hey, Ma! I need more cold brew! Sorry, I need more cold brew, guys. It has to happen. Let's see. Where are we looking up here? I was going. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go look and see where we're at in the old big contest. I mean, I'm winning $2,400 in it, so I got to have some live ones, right? Let's see. Let's see. My best lineup is currently in 108th. I don't think that one's gonna get there. I do have one in 223rd. That's the one with Moronk, but that would need a Cam Young to go off, and Cam Young's just too busy being a huge bitch. Fleetwood missing those birdie putts. It's so gross. So gross. What a whore. Straka is 30. There you go. Well, in my mind, he's 34, and we are in 2023, and your reality is everybody's reality. So my reality is he's 34. So you guys are going to fucking deal with it and accept my reality. Welcome to 2023. Brant says Harman's gonna melt down the jug and forge one ring. I mean, I like that narrative. He's got a big shot here on 13. I bet he swoops a big draw in there. Let's see. Guy hits a pretty draw. Oh, hey, thanks. Let's go. More cold brew. Testing out the bladder. Look at that. 2 cups. We're double fisting cold brews. That cold brew smacks. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? I see Harman. I did not see it land. Where'd it go? Did it roll off? Tell me it rolled off. If it rolled off the edge there, and I mean that green's elevated like 3 feet, he's not even going to be able to see the flag. Oh, what a burn. Okay. Sorry, I'm making short jokes.
That was it. That was a good one. That was a good one.
I
give you credit.
I try. I made a pretty good one last night on the air. What was it? Something about I said he's rich and he's good at golf, but he also can't get on roller coasters at theme parks. I was pretty happy with that one in the moment. Okay, so I think did anybody see where his shot landed? I didn't see where his shot landed. Let's see. Let's go see if. By the way, this shot tracker. Have you been watching Shot Tracker on the Open app at all? Because it's kind of fucking rough, Bob.
It is. I checked it out today actually for the first time. Oddly enough, you'd think I would have been looking all week, but it was tough. We were busy, but yeah, it's not. It's almost too much going on with it. Yeah. Why can't people just like do what the Masters does? What is it that hard to just ask them like, hey, what are you guys doing, and can we just do the same thing?
I mean, honestly, I think the Masters just cares more. I think the Masters has more money. I think the Masters cares much more about their product. Like, look, I have it up on my screen right now. It says powered by NTT data, and it's like a fucking all it is like a overhead like Google shot, and like it just looks so slapdick. And like, why would you want to like NTT data? If I ever had to use them for business, I'd be like, motherfuckers, I remember your name from the Open app, and y'all do some garbage work. Like, why would you want to put your name on this shot tracker? It is bad.
It is. I'm looking at this on Brian Harman too, and this is the first time I've noticed it being called the semi-rough. He's in the semi-rough.
Look, this is what we need. We need this motherfucker to just stub one out, have it roll up the hill, and then right back to his feet, and he somehow finds a double bogey. He's going to have to just do something stupid.
Yeah.
We're just running out of holes for him to do something stupid. I did see Tom Kim just hit a really magical shot out of 16. I think they showed it. He was out of the rough, and then it skirted the bunker, rolled up to the middle of the green, so he should still make par on 16. Just needs to find a birdie on 17 and 18, which isn't crazy, but that still only gets him to 9.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's Rom? Rom made his birdie on 13. Let's see. Where's he at? He's got 179 from the fairway on 14. By the way, here's Tom Kim's long putt. I said center of the green. Maybe that's not quite center of the green. Roll it in one time, Tommy. All right, stop. Lag it. All right, little meat on that bone. I'm not gonna lie to you, Pat. If me and you were playing for money, I'm gonna need to see that one in.
Listen, I don't blame you. I would probably do the same.
Yeah, if we're not playing for money, pick it up. Good par, Pat.
Yeah. I'm with you there. You gotta.
Do you when you golf? Do you play for money?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. I just got into that literally in the last 3 months, and it's completely changed my golf game. I'm such a better golfer, and I look forward to it so much more. Now I don't even want to golf unless I'm gambling.
Yeah, let me tell you what we do. I have kind of a regular group. We play most Fridays. We do what's called a prog game. You ever do a prog game where it's for points?
I'm so new to it. I don't know shit. Go ahead and tell me, and I'll say, yeah, we've done that before.
So prog game is points, and so you kind of set your prog, which is the number you need to hit, over or under based off your handicap, and we adjust it so as you start playing more, like if you're under your prog, meaning you're not hitting your number, your prog might get adjusted down. So it's not even like entirely based on your handicap, except for the first week, and then it can get adjusted up or down. But you get 1 point for a bogey, 2 points for a par, 4 points for a birdie, and then no points if you double. So here's what I like about that, though, is it helps you grind it out. Like you will grind out to try and make a point, to try and make a bogey. And you'll amaze yourself a lot if you're doing that with how many times you didn't make a double because you grinded out that bogey. Yep. I love playing that way. It's fun to me.
It makes you a better golfer.
Your score yeah, exactly. 100%.
When we were in Vegas, I guess that's what we basically did. We did a point system, and I boat raced everybody, and I legit made like one birdie the whole trip. I just killed them with pars. And I realized this point system, pars are really favorable. So every hole, no matter what I was doing, I was just thinking, how do I make par on this hole? And if you just play every hole like that as an amateur, you're gonna get somewhere.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's a good way to play. You're not always just thinking about what your score is on a hole. You're thinking about, hey, I just want points. I want to get my points. Yep. And and however it adds up at the end, that's fine. But that looked a little chunky, but it's going to end up like a foot.
Yeah. Man, that did not look like. Okay, so he's got. I would guess that's about 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
I would say that's a good probably 2 Brian Harmons. So yeah, 6 feet 11 inches. So 3 Brian Harmons.
Yeah, 3.
That's a unit of measurement for all of you that don't know. 3. He's got a 3 Harmon putt here.
Is a gimme for Brian Harman shorter than a gimme for somebody else?
Oh, yeah. If I'm playing with Brian Harmon, I would never make him putt a 5-footer because the guy never – literally, they said a stat earlier. He's like 47 for 47 on putts under 10 feet this week.
Yeah.
Which is 5 Brian Harmons. That's impressive.
It is. It is impressive. Here comes Rory just strolling down after getting another top 10 in a major.
Yeah, with his little – I can't help but notice his bouncy walk's a little less bouncy, clown.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Jonathan Ramathan, 180 out on number 11. Really needs to stick it close. Nope, he don't like it. He tugged it left.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's not good, Bob. That's not good.
That's for Rahm there with that lie, just perfect lie in the fairway. He should never be over there.
Right,
Here we go with Cam Young. What do you think Cam Young can make this putt?
I would say not a chance.
I think he's gonna miss it. It's gonna be on the low side too. Side.
I'll take that he misses on the low side, but burns the edge of the cup.
Okay. Let's see what happens here, old Cam Young.
Low and burns the edge. Sometimes you just got to know you're watching a fucking loser that needs a haircut. You just got to see that. And he's wearing a hoodie. I'm not going to feel sorry for a guy that wears a hoodie, okay?
Are you anti-hoodie on the golf course?
I mean, like if it's cold, it's not that cold out there. His is a trendy hoodie. It's not a functional hoodie, and that's what tilted my balls. You know, if it's cold and you got to wear a hoodie, wear it. But he's trying to be like, ooh, I am cool and sleek. Look at my little thin hoodie. Get out of here. Okay, quit worrying about how you look and start fucking making a putt.
I think Tom Kim wants second. Tom Kim wants second place.
Tom Kim's incredible. I thought he was broken, and then like over these last 3 weeks, he got unbroken. Yeah. Here's a little Septim and Straka. Oh man, this is not good that he's not even on the green on a par 5. Get there. Man, fuck. All right, Brian Harmon with his par putt. There's just no way Brian Harmon's gonna miss that par putt, right?
I don't see it happening.
The guy just doesn't miss. Hey, you know he hasn't missed a single putt under 10 feet this whole week. Here he is. Auto Brian Harmon. He never misses. Right in the center of the cup. Oh! You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
You have a really good skill there.
I'm the mush master, man. Yeah. I played Bobby Mack in all my showdown lineups yesterday, and he fell apart. You got to punish the donkey dicks. I got to take. I'm the leader of a community. I got to do it.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I'll mush Brian Harmon. I'm not, dude. I'm pathetically shallow when it comes to getting money at DFS. Here's Griot for a bird. What are we on here? Hole 15. That's a long way for bird, bro. 15.
This is 18. This is
18. My bad. The screen's kind of small. I have good vision too. I still got the 4-box screen, so they're kind of small.
Yeah,
let's see. Get there. Oh, fuck. All right.
Old Grillo, though, he's going to have a top 10 in a major.
How do you feel about aim point? I'm over here watching Tom Kim do aim point on 17 right now. Why are some people so opposed to this? I don't get the hate for aim point. I
don't hate it. Actually, I have to admit here, I don't quite understand the whole thing. I mean,
you're supposed to be able to feel the slope of the green in your feet. Dude, I can't feel shit. I've tried it. I can't feel shit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's you're 3 degrees downhill. I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm on even ground. Here's Fleetwood for bird. Turn. God, Fleetwood. That poor guy.
His whole weekend has just been, just nothing. How long has he been 6 under or 5 under for
about 46 holes.
Seriously.
No, I'm not kidding. He was at -5 after the first round, right? So 36 holes plus how far is he today? He's 61 holes. He's picked up 1 stroke.
He's done nothing.
Goodness gracious. There's Rory. Oh, Rory. Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever. Get the fuck off the course. I'm tired of seeing you.
Yeah.
All right. I got Tom Kim with the backwards hat over here on the other screen. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just going to let you know. I want old Tommy Kims to make this.
Yeah, I'm pulling for old Kim here to get within 3.
I just did my poker face there. Based on my reaction, did he make it or miss it?
I think he missed it.
All right. Well, they're going to show it on the main screen here in a second, so I'm going to shut up and let everybody watch it live.
Yeah, and really the only reason I think he had a great poker face there, but the only reason I say he missed it is because I don't feel like anybody's making anything. Yeah. So I'm just going with the odds here. Now we get to watch Rahm, see what he can do out of this.
Boy, if he makes bogey, he's toast, right? He can't afford any bogeys. He's trying to get to 10. If you're trying to get to 10, you can't be making a bogey here.
And that was terrible.
Oh man, just goodness gracious.
Now I could have taught him a thing or two there. Not really, but
Yeah.
still. I don't. Okay, here we go. Now we got Tom Kim.
All right, let's see how I did with my poker face.
I'm telling you, a lot of water on the putter apparently.
Yeah, but the backwards hat, that's some cool points. You always got to factor in cool points.
I didn't get it high enough.
Yep. Yeah.
Didn't get it high enough.
Yep. It looked like you started right at the center of the cup, and it just drifted right. It looked like you needed to have that a little left and let it drift into the cup. But you know what? I will tell you, of all the things I do at golf, there's nothing I am worse at than reading a putt. Like, I want to start having a caddy go play with me who can just read the greens. Because if I could read the greens, like, I've gotten really – I don't even try reading putts anymore. I just worry about pace and just say fuck it on the line because I'm so bad at reading a green.
I can tell you, I don't play with caddies a lot, but, when I have played with a good one – you will learn a lot from the good ones as far as reading the green and things like that. And you'll know immediately. Because like if you play with a caddy who's just kind of out there just to make a dollar here and there, like they're going to be kind of unsure. But you get a good caddy, they're immediately like, this is where it is, and it's exactly what it's going to do. They know the greens and
Are there any country club courses? Because I'm kind of getting to that stage in my life where I want to go get like an exclusive membership at a country club. Not there yet. I'm still a Muni guy, but I can feel myself drifting there. Are there country clubs where they have caddies there?
Absolutely. DB's club has caddies.
All right. See, and I assume that they're all professionals who've been doing it forever and been at the course and know every single blade of grass, right?
Some, not all.
Not all.
When we go down there and play Champions Retreat we play the member guests there, I think they do have some added in caddies for the member guests. I don't think, and he could probably tell you more, I don't think they're the regular ones that are always there working. But we've had some fantastic ones, some guys that we've gotten every year that we want to be our caddy because they know their stuff. They know how to read those greens out at Champions. But yeah, they have caddies at his course. You don't have to have one, but they're there in case you wanted one. So, and they're kind of like 4 caddies, really. They'll like ride on the back of your golf cart. They won't. They're not necessarily carrying your clubs they just say they'll ride around on the back of your golf cart there.
I'm going to tell you, I saw these things and I thought they were really going to catch steam because I saw them 5 years ago. They're almost like scooters / like skateboards for golf courses, right?
Yeah,
dude. They're like $8,000, and I kind of want that to be my next guilty purchase because I think just fucking zooming around on one of those on a golf course just sounds like the most fun thing ever. It's got a surfboard bottom, but it's got like the scooter handles. It's got a place you put your clubs in the back. You strap them in. You just fucking zoom around on that thing. Tell me that. Have you seen those? You know what I'm talking about?
I have definitely seen those, and as a matter of fact, I've ridden one not on a golf course,
Jealous.
I rode it at like the PGA show back a few years ago. The problem is getting those on golf courses.
Oh, they won't let you?
Your uppity golf courses aren't going to let you have that on there, but they're definitely like I bet you out in Vegas or whatever else you're going to be able to see. I think David's played around actually on a board the whole time, and they're pretty cool for sure.
See, this is another thing. I'm not real good at snooty golf courses because I always just go play at the Muni. You just do whatever the fuck you want, right? Like the course I always go play at, there's an East and a West course, and if one gets slow, I just go jump on the other course. I don't ask, I just do. You can't do that shit at real golf like real golf clubs and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really do I'm not a big walker on a golf course. I used to like doing the walking thing, but
it's brutal.
Yeah,
brutal. I mean, like when I walk a whole round of golf, you got to remember a lot of the courses around here are pretty hilly. I'm like, God, that was like I feel like I fucking ran a marathon. It is. By the way, Alex Fitzpatrick. Okay, sorry. He grinded a little bit this week. I'm proud of him. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Alex Fitz.
All right, we got Rameth in here on 15. After that bogey, I think he's toast. Wait, he did bogey that last hole, didn't he? Yeah, because he was at 7, right? Yep.
Yeah, I think
so. After he
7.
chunked out, yeah, he bogeyed. He toast. Old John Rahm. By the way, can we just point out he has not seemed as interested in golf recently? Like, he just doesn't seem like the old killer he was. Has he just got, like, I'm married dad vibes, or what is it?
I think probably a little bit of that. It's hard for these guys. None of these golfers are built like Tiger Woods back in the day. When Tiger was really just killing everybody in majors and whatever else, he never let up. He never, and I'm talking about for, like, years. Whereas these guys like Rahm was just, I mean, extremely dominant at the beginning of this year, wins the Masters, does all the things that he's kind of supposed to do. And then he just sort of, he kind of took a little bit of mental break, I think. They just don't have the same mental.
So here's the question. Who is the sweatiest tryhard in golf right now? Like the one guy where like I thought that was going to be Bryson. I thought he was going to be a generational talent just because I was like, that guy has no friends. You know that he doesn't fucking have a girlfriend. And so like he'll be that one guy that'll just be married to golf. But now that he went to live, I've kind of forgot about him. So is there anybody out there who's just going to be married to golf like Tiger used to be?
Man, so now I'm like trying to pull up the world rankings and see, if there's anybody I could tell that would be like that, because I don't really see any. You know,
you think a guy like Neckbeard Cantlay, but like I just don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he likes to do other shit.
I know. I mean, even. Yeah, I mean, there's really not anybody if you're looking at like the top 50 in the world that is just totally married to golf and that's like all they're gonna do. I don't see it.
I mean, the problem with a lot of these golfers is they're like good, normal human beings, right? Like they want to have a wife and they want to go on vacations and take time off, have children. Tiger Woods, I mean, let's face it, he didn't give a shit about any of that. You can just see it by his profile of side bitches. Golf was who he was married to. Like, yes, now he's a good dad, but back in the day, he fucking saw his kids like once every 3 months.
Yeah.
So
like even like a guy like Cam Smith, ultra talented.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a girlfriend or anything. I don't know, but the dude loves to like hang out on his boat, go fishing and party and do whatever. So he is not like that dedicated,
Patrick Reed could have been one of those guys, but I think that he's kind of I don't know. I think his wife says jump and he says how high.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
So he is definitely not married to golf. Man, I'm not finding anybody here that's married to golf. Maybe a guy like Matt Fitzpatrick could have been married to golf, but he's too big of a nerd to ever be good at it. Uh-oh. Is Sepp throwing darts again? Sepp throwing darts. All right, what can Sepp get to here? That was on 16. God, he did not birdie 15. Sepp, what are you doing to me, bro? Let's see. What did he do on 15 here? Because if he could have got a birdie on 15, to 5 feet 11 inches. All right, so wait. That's 16. God, this shot tracker sucks. All right, he went fairway, laid up like a bitch. Oh, hit it to the fringe. That's right. We watched that putt. He hit it. Yeah. I guess with this weather, they can't get there on 2 on the par 5. Dude,
yeah,
I got a late Wednesday night. I decided, you know what? I'm buying the narratives of this Matthew Jordan and Fleetwood, and I played both of them. And I got to tell you, paid dividends because the whole golf narratives, that shit gets there. What was the one last year? Matthew Fitzpatrick won the U.S. Amateur at that course, so you got to play him at the U.S. Open, and then he goes and wins.
Yeah, that was one that I didn't want to fall for. And
right. Narratives, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to play Matthew Fitzpatrick this week, but when he started saying that stupid shit about my game, I have no expectations, I'm like, that guy's definitely going to get a top 10 this week. What did he end up?
What is your least favorite narrative? Like the beginning of the week narrative and I put myself in this world, right? In the DFS tout world and whatever else. Like, what's the one that bothers you the most? I know the one that bothers me the most.
Probably, I've never really given any thought, but just off the top of my head, one that always gets on my nerves is he's motivated. Like you don't think these motherfuckers, this is what they do for a living. They have an entourage of people that depend on their income. They're motivated every week. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a few like 5 or 10 golfers that can be a little unmotivated, but for, your 28th ranked golfer in the world, he's motivated every week because he's got a huge infrastructure of people that he has to support financially.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think a lot of people might automatically go to the geographical narrative, but my least favorite is the travel narrative. I can't stand the travel narrative. Oh, he had to drive across country or fly across country, and he's just there's no way he can win. Or, oh, he had to fly over to Europe and he didn't get there till Tuesday, and there's no way. I get that's like that narrative could come true for sure.
What about when it's like Korea to New York?
I mean.
All right, this tournament's over.
No, you can't do that. You can't.
Tournament's over. Tournament's over, everybody. Brian Harmon just made like a 75-foot birdie. This tournament's over, everybody. Go home. Go home. Go home.
That was it.
It's over. It's over. I don't even fucking. You can tell DB not to worry about his teenager issues because by the way, he has teenagers. How old is he? Goodness gracious.
I know he's getting on up there. I mean, seriously.
I thought,
He
I
even
would have thought
texted
he has like a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. That would have been my guess.
He's got all ages. He's
Okay.
got all ages. But yeah, he even texted me that he's just dealing right now. So he said he couldn't even get on till 1 if we're going still at 1 o'clock.
I'll just go ahead and tell you right now. This kind of feels like it's over. I think that was on 14 too, right? So he made a birdie on a non-birdie hole.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay to stick on here for a little bit if we just want to see who can do anything.
Tommy Fleetwood missed a putt. Shocking. Fucking shocking. I am shocked right now.
He's on his 63rd hole of being 6 under par.
God, Tommy. Man, when I watched this Thursday, I was like, Tommy Fleetwood's going to win this. Like, it's finally going to happen. But now I'm starting to think Tommy Fleetwood is the new Louis. He's just going to have a career full of fucking seconds. Wait, didn't Louis win one major?
He won it. Yeah, he won this championship
he won this
on
one,
St.
right?
Andrews. Yeah, it's St. Andrews.
So he's gonna be like that, but not get the win.
Yeah, and by the way, Cam Young just missed another fuck.
Cam Young with this stupid fuck. I can't forgive that hoodie. I can't.
The only person that can make a putt is Brian Harmon, which is it's just.
Hey, here's Sepp for birdie. If he gets this, maybe he can still get to 10.
Okay. All right.
We got a fighting chance. If Harmon didn't make that fucking monster putt right there, I would almost say Sepp probably has something like a 10% chance of winning. But
yeah,
Harmon, there's just no bogey holes left. Worst case scenario, you par 15 and 18. He's gonna par 17. So what's he gonna do? Maybe bogey 16. So he gets to 11. Sepp can't get to 11. Sepp can only get to 10. It's over. It's over.
I'm looking on Data Golf. They have winning score probability right now is 11 under is 27%. That's the favorite as the winning score. So
yeah, I would agree with that. It'll be 11 or 12 will be the winning score, which I believe I called 12 this week. So very happy for me. Very happy for me.
And I don't think anybody's.
The course did play tougher than the narrative that was out there this week. And just watching the flyovers, I kind of thought this course would be tough.
Kessler, Reed's caddy, when he came on, he said low teens, or even high single digits. I didn't necessarily agree with him. I thought we might get up to like 15 or 16. Right. When Tiger won here back in 2006, he got to 18. So I was definitely wrong about that. It's not going to get higher. I don't think.
A couple things about the Tiger year though. One, Tiger Woods. B, they changed one of the pars, so that right there was already going to fuck him out of 4 strokes.
You're right. So, who is this that just is making all this? Is that Matthew Jordan?
Yeah, they got to get their narratives in there now that they already know who's going to win the tournament.
Yeah.
All right. The Hobbit is unbelievable, man.
It's just he's going to have a ticker tape parade in Savannah, Georgia.
Hey guys, if you just got in here, drop a like. I'd like to get to 150 likes. It'd be much appreciated. Okay, we got Tommy Fleetwood here. I got him over on the little par 3 channel hitting. I gotta imagine he'll put it to 8 feet and then miss the birdie. We'll just call that every fucking hole. Oh my god. Tommy might make a 7 here. Wait until you see this shot. It's the worst fucking shot I've ever seen. On a hole.
Brian Harmon just striped it down the middle on the par 5 15.
We're basically Sepp or bust at this point, right? No one else has any real chance. And I will tell you, I saw Sepp's shot on 17. It looks like he's got about 12 feet for birdie. He had a nice shot right to the middle of the green, got a little spin on it.
Okay.
Jonathan on 15. Let's see what he's got here. All right. It looks like he's holding the pose. He might like it. Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah,
I feel like he pulls a lot of shots.
He does.
Just the way it looks.
When you got that really short backswing, I don't want to sound like I know anything about golf, but when you got that short backswing and he explodes through so quickly to get that power, I don't see how he doesn't close his face more often than he does. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't tug a ton of them left, because I've tried that short backswing thing, and I end up tugging everything to the left because I try to do everything so quickly that it closes my face.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm really starting, like, watching Sepp Straka more and more these last few weeks. I'm really liking his swing. He's got kind of an Ernie Els-esque swing, wouldn't you say? Like just effortless, power and everything else.
I'm going to be the first to tell you that I may be a little biased here as a chubby person, but I think chubby guys kind of have the most beautiful swings. And Sepp, he's not exactly thin, right? And I just like some chubby guy swings. I just feel like a lot of chubby guys have really pretty swings. And Sepp Straka would be on my list of chubby guys with really pretty swings.
I can't disagree with you there. I mean, if we're looking at chubbies of all time, I mean, look, you think about it. Jack Nicklaus,
he was chubby
back
for
in the
most
day,
of his career, right?
Most was chubby. He had a great swing. John Daly has a magical swing as far as especially around the greens. Like he has just this great touch and everything. Yep. I mean, I'm sure people would say he's a little bit chubby. I haven't thought about this, but I think you're kind of right here.
There's just it also helped. Oh man, here's Tommy. he got pretty lucky, to be honest. He got pretty lucky, but he's fucked. He is so fucked.
Poor Tommy.
I hope you guys have the par 3 channel. He somehow didn't get into the 10-foot high trees down there, but he's right next to it. He has no backswing. He's short-sighted. If he got this on the green, I would be amazed.
Yeah.
He's in a ho bunch of trouble. Man, he was so close to going. I assume there's OB back there. That 17th hole, fun hole. I'm really glad they created that.
I like the hole. I like it a lot. With that infinity green, as they call it. I think it's
a perfect
cool
golf hole to have at the end of a major, just like 18 is. You can make a birdie and you can also make a triple bogey.
Yep, and that's what you want. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, it's a good hole. It reminds me a lot of the 12th at Augusta. It does not look that tough, but then you get up there and hit it, and you're like, why do these guys keep making bogeys? What the hell's going on here? Or if you're Matthew Fitzpatrick, why is this guy making a 6 on this hole? Oh my God, Tommy's going sideways right now. He's not even going to the green. He's gonna punch sideways and then try to chip to the green.
Man, I wish I could actually get this. Instead I'm just watching the main feed and it's terrible. And I'm having to watch a Trump Turnberry Golf Links commercial. Like, why do I got to see this right now?
I don't even know if he has a swing now. He fucking just hit it 10 feet to the left. I guess he has a backswing now, but this is the most Tommy Fleetwood thing I've ever seen. I think he was trying to chip to give himself an angle, and I think he flubbed the chip. It didn't look like he liked it. It goes like
Fleetwood.
10 feet. Oh, my God. Oh, poor Tommy. This is tough. And that's like the fucking native area. This isn't like your nice, beautiful bunker sand. This is like fucking where the sea turtles are at and shit.
That's not the semi-rough, as they say on the chalk tracker.
Probably.
Here.
I don't know what they call it. I call it he's fucked. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
All right. He is. By the way, I'm just going to do play-by-play because apparently the Open just wants you to watch Pacific Life commercials. All right. Here's Tommy trying to hit his third. Oh, my God. he hit it up on, and then it just rolled right back down the hill.
See, that's the stuff that we want to be watching on this broadcast, but we're not getting any of it.
Oh, he got it stuck up. It didn't roll all the way back to his feet. It got caught up in the thick stuff. But I mean, he's praying for a double bogey right now. Praying for a double bogey.
Yeah, we got Tommy Kim on the main feed about to hopefully stick one and get to 8 also.
All right,
pulling for Kim.
Here's Tom Kim on 18. I mean, I don't know. I just like Tom Kim. I'm just gonna be honest. I like the kid.
Yeah.
All right, so I got Tommy Fleetwood over here hitting his 4th, still in the thick rough on a par 3, not even on the green, hitting 4. He's chipping for bogey.
My goodness.
So he's going to be pumped to get a double bogey out of this hole, and a triple is very much live right now.
Oh, here's Harmon.
Just shaping it like a champ.
Yep, he's going to birdie this hole or par at worst. So there's nothing. So he's.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, now we get to see some Tommy. Where is he? Is that even on the golf?
I think it's over the back. Look at that shitty shot he hit.
What is going on? He got so tired of being at 6 under par.
Like,
for so many
he heard us, and he's like, all right, you think I can't get away from 6 under? Watch this.
Yeah,
he's still got about 6 or 7 feet for double.
Yeah.
Why, is Jason Day going to roll another one in? Luck sacking motherfather. All right. All right. Sepp's got a legit look at birdie here. I wish they would cut to it. So this was his 3rd. Hey, Pat, I'll bet you money he doesn't even get this on the green. He got watch. He gets lucky that this doesn't roll all the way back to his feet. Watch. If it doesn't get in the thick stuff here, it rolls all the way back to his feet.
Yeah. God, that's the entertainment we need when Harmon's winning by 4 strokes right
exactly. At least let us laugh as they play like us. All right,
Yeah.
hey, Sepp Straka, I'm not going to tell you what he's doing because it's over on the par 3 channel, but he does have a birdie look on 17 that he desperately needs to make if we want to have any sweat.
Yeah. Well, we're on the main feed watching Tom Kim try to close it out with the birdie.
I'm not going to tell you what he did. Not going to tell you what he did.
Don't tell me what he did. Let's see what Tom Kim does here. Get it to 8. Come on, Tom. Get it there. Get it to the hole.
No, that ain't
get it to the hole.
It ain't going to get there. Nancy, hit the ball. Nancy Kim. I like Tom Kim. I'm really warm to that guy. Really warmed him.
I almost feel like if there's an outright, like me having Straka and somebody wins by 5 strokes, like you should give a little to the guy who had Straka. You know, give me a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Give me some half credit for it. You know.
You should have played him at. That's what you do at DraftKings, right? That's where you get your hedge equity. You should have played him. You should have played him at DraftKings, and you would have won all the money because Sepp Straka was a slate breaker. I don't even remember what his salary was this week.
I don't know what he was.
I would assume it was like low to mid 7s.
Actually, you know what? It was low 7s. I want to say 7,100, something like that.
I would have guessed 71 to 74.
Yeah.
So there's Tommy Fleetwood. So he's got that for double.
Going back to Straka a little bit in the Ryder Cup, I mean.
Oh no. He missed it. He made a triple.
Poor Fleetwood. I think a second place here solidifies Straka into the Ryder Cup.
Oh, he has to, right? I mean, he's playing. It's not like the Europeans are just super deep with like great golfers, right? Straka is definitely one of the 12 best European golfers, at least based on what we've seen this year. Maybe not long term, but for a single year, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Poor Tommy. Wait, that was his first bogey of the day. So he still has no bogeys. He still has no double bogeys, and he's 2 over today.
Amazing. Harmon's out of the mud here, the crosswalk, I guess.
I mean, one time, just put it in the bunker. Just one lazy, just kind of flare it out to the left one time. I don't think he loves it, but he doesn't hate it either. Oh, goodness.
He should love it.
Just throwing darts. Little Brian Harmon out there throwing I cannot believe Brian Harmon is a major champion. That's insane to say.
How just in control is he of his swing and his game right now? Is just so super confident.
He looks.
Brian Harmon's had to deal with a lot through almost his entire career. I mean, he was a stud as a junior. He won the U.S. Junior, I believe. Absolute stud. Had a lot of expectations on him coming out of college and everything else. And it's kind of coming around. Been okay, but not great on tour. But this solidifies him, I think, as a
Brian Harmon's old though, right? He's got to be at least 34.
Oh, yeah. He's in his mid-30s for sure.
Because, I mean, if he's as old as me, it wouldn't even surprise me. But I would guess he's like 30. If I had to guess, I guess 36.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Straka did miss that putt.
Yeah, he did. Harmon's 36. Let's go. Called that shit. Brian Harmon, 36. Thanks, Brent.
Always got to love the chat when they can.
Yeah, they're fucking just there. Bunch of sweaty tryhards. Just ready. I was going to say ready to Google, but I guarantee you Brent just knew that. Just a sweaty man. He's very old in leprechaun years. Yes, but he's very young in hobbit years, so that cancels out.
Yeah.
No one will ever convince me Tom Kim was on crutches. What are you trying to say, Akasol? Are you trying to say that this was just a bullshit narrative that people were putting out there? Is that the accusation?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Wait, what are we doing here? Let's see who's going to win here. Let's go look by win chance. 3. Oh, wait. Are you telling me a fucking dupe train is about to win the fucking 100,000? Don't you do this. I hate when dupe trains win. Jesus. Not you, DraftKings.
Oh, what's a dupe train?
Like when
duplicate line.
They dupe and then they
Yeah. Took me a second for that one.
See. Yeah, there's 3 guys right now with that have 8 holes left, and they have the exact same lineup. It is Rory, Harmon, Straka, Day, Kim, Sharma. Fucking disgusting that lineup's gonna win.
I was just about to say I bet Sharma's in that lineup.
God, that is so gross. Anybody but those fuckers. Oh, don't let the chalk donkeys get there, please, Jeebus. Please, Jeebus, don't let them get there. I'm cheering for this guy, bullpen. I hope he wins. I don't think he's going to, but I'm going to cheer for him. Because fuck those dupe motherfathers. Stupid-ass lineups getting there. Let's see. Here's Sharma hitting his third on 18. Find a bogey for me one time, shawarma. If you do, I'll go have Mediterranean food in honor of your name today. Oh my God, he just stuck
pretty
it
good,
too.
pretty good shot there.
So he just got a
Sharma.
bogey-free round. So Sharma's like a slate breaker with like 1, maybe 2 birdies. Slap dicks, get there. Unbelievable.
Well,
I wouldn't have played Sharma in a million years. I didn't even consider. I was for sure that guy would moonwalk. Maybe he's a little bit tougher than I thought he was.
Yeah, he might. He might be.
He's Indian, right? He's like an Indian golfer. Okay, I didn't even really know about him till this week. If I'm being honest, Bob. If I'm being honest. All right, we got Jason Day on 17. See if old J Day can go backdoor second place. Spin, better spin, Bob. Oh, nice shot.
Okay.
There you go. Fleetwood just made a triple bogey on that hole. What do we do?
Man, just.
Remember when Jason Day got cut there for a while? Like he got really buff. Now he's just like chubby dad bod guy. Kind of respect it.
You know, he had the commercial that I kept hearing on, I think it was PGA Tour Radio, where he was talking about, I think it was a TaylorMade commercial or something. I don't know, but all he talked about was he used to eat grilled chicken and broccoli every single day. That's what he said.
Well, that's
all he ate.
That's no way to live life.
It's not. You're missing out on a lot.
Yep.
Let's see what Brian Harmon does. Just absolutely just gonna. I mean, I would say dagger, but it's not a dagger because he's just been throwing. You know, he's been putting daggers in everybody for 2 days now. So.
Matthew says, "What's better, Oppenheimer or the ending of this?" Definitely Oppenheimer. This fucking sucks.
There's Harmon.
Harmon, it's over.
Under.
It's 100% over. Let's make sure he doesn't do anything wonky on 16, and then I might just end it. I might just go drown my sorrows in some fucking Mexican food. I'm not even gonna give the dig out, and then the kick, and then the just the shit cherry on top is a fucking dupe train's gonna win the stupid main one. Oh, I'm tilted right now. Like, at least want to see creative people that deserve to win it. Not a 68% chance the dupe train's gonna win. So gross. Dickheads. By the way, if you're on my Discord, I still think you're a dickhead. Chuck donkey. Give a fuck. If you're flying my flag, you take it the fuck down. Dupe train. I don't want people seeing that 3-way chop with my flag. Anyways, good for them. They'll piss it all away. I know those guys. All right, John Rahm, what do we got here? Running off the back of the green. Man, this is a good. When does golf wind down to you? Are you a big football guy?
Oh, me, 100%.
When does it go from golf season to football season for you? Because I think for most people, it's going to be here in about 2 hours.
Yeah, I still go into August in the Tour Championship. I do. So.
I agree. But this does feel like, for, I would guess, a good chunk of the golf football bros like me and you, and probably a lot of people in this chat. I think for a good number of them, this is kind of the end of golf season. They're ready to start doing their football drafts.
I agree.
I mean, they'll still keep up. They'll probably play a little 3M, a little Tour Championship DraftKings, but they're not going to have their heart and souls into it. Be up at 3 a.m. watching it like they've been this week.
No, this is when it kind of winds down. People start to flip the switch, thinking about their football, their season-long drafts, all that kind of stuff. They start doing a little bit more research. Definitely, I mean, we had SEC Media Days this week,
dude.
which, is...
Wait, what the fuck was that? Okay, it must have been from your end. Oh, yeah.
Now we can hear...
Oh, shit. Editor, get him on the screen. It sounds like he's here. I just heard a voice start talking. By the way, OU was at. Actually, we I was gonna, because he started talking about college football, and I was like, oh yes, let's go. I got the editor trying to get you on the screen here. OU was at SEC Media Day. I am pretty sure OU is playing at Georgia in 2025. I'm just gonna assume that I will be coming to hang out with you guys. Correct?
Well, let's make it happen for sure. Go to Athens and do that. That'd be, unless it's like the season opener type game in Atlanta or something. I don't know what it is. Hopefully they're coming to Athens.
It'll be a conference game because
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's a conference.
We're coming over to the dark side, motherfather.
Yeah, coming into Athens, you'll love it.
Yeah, I'm going to see him at LSU next year. I think we'll probably get our asses kicked, but I'm going to Death Valley. I hope it's a night game.
Well, the Oklahoma game was supposed to be this year.
Yep.
reasons everybody's kind of busting on Georgia for their schedule because Oklahoma was going into the SEC, they took it off the schedule for 2023, moved it to 2025, and then we had to put some Patsy on the lineup instead of Oklahoma, and of course now everybody's getting on to us about the schedule, but it's okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and let you know I'm pretty glad that game got rescheduled because OU ain't ready to deal with Georgia this year. Let me go ahead and tell you. This is one of those years you just want to play some slapdicks and get your 10 wins and run over to the SEC before 8-4 becomes a good season every year.
Yeah. By the way, I can see DB on the
he's
screen.
He's DB. What's up, man? What do you?
Man.
Just start coming in with the hot takes. Talk about how Brian Harman. What does this do? How does this change his career? Like how we perceive him.
Oh man, this is a huge win for Cockbite. He's gonna be a changed man, dude. He's gonna be a changed man. You think yes, he's gonna be effing some shit up here.
Yeah. Do you think he gets a ticker tape parade in Savannah, DB? Because I think he does. I think there's going to be a parade in Savannah for Brian Harman. He's going to be holding up that Open Championship trophy.
Clerk jug.
I think.
Does he live in Savannah?
He's from Savannah, born and raised.
Oh yeah, I know, but they're not going to give a ticker tape parade for Brian.
I don't know.
That would be a horrible look for Savannah.
Savannah people love some Brian Harman. I'm telling you, man. They love some Brian Harman.
How many wins does Brian Harman have in his career? It just seems like something you guys would know.
John Deere, right? He won the Deere.
And he won the Rocket Mortgage before it moved to Detroit. It was in outside of D.C., Eagles Landing or something.
Did he ever win the RSM? That feels like a total win for Brian Harman.
No,
fresh out the womb. The doctor lifted him up. So this kid.
Let's go into the Google machine.
Did Straka just go OB?
Ooh.
Straka just went OB, I think. Like, he did not like it. He was in the left rough, and I think he just, fucking hit a hosel rocket out to the right.
That was a shank. I just saw it. That is a cold shank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he tried to hit a hero shot there, and I don't know if it went out of bounds, but it sure looked like it did.
Wait, sorry. He's got 2 tour wins, John Deere Classic and the Wells Fargo Championship.
Harman's
that's
only
right.
won 2 tournaments in his career.
He won the Wells Fargo, though, but it was when it was not at Quail Hollow. It was
No, that's where they played it last year or the year before.
How do you guys remember all this shit? I can't even remember who won 2 weeks ago.
Dude, James, I am very much like that. Pat knows. My memory is terrible. We just got back from Nashville, and I don't. If you ask me what I do on Thursday at Nashville, I don't know that I can tell you.
Yeah, I mean, these people that are like, oh yeah, I remember back in 2017 he had that 3-stroke lead heading into 18 and he held off blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't even remember I can't even remember the name of the fucking tournament from last week. And
that's how Pat Mayo is. Pat Mayo's like that.
Dude,
he
insane.
Remembers the craziest stuff.
Yeah. So it was 2017. It was in at Eagle Point Golf Club, and it was because Quail Hollow was hosting the PGA Championship, and with the one that JT won. So yeah, he did. He has the Quail Hollow and the John Deere.
Wow. Okay. So so he's going. This is only his 3rd win of his career, and it's a major.
I mean, what if he shanks one
literally, he could shank 2 of them. He can go. He can make a quad. He's still going to win. Because
how many shanks can he have? What's the over under on how many shanks?
At best is making a bogey on 18 now, right?
That's true.
So that makes him 6 shots clear of everybody. I mean,
okay, is Brian Harman the equivalent to Ben Curtis winning the Open? Is it the same thing or different? Is he our generation's Ben Curtis?
Did Ben Curtis have many wins, though, before he won the Open?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who would be a comparable major winner? I don't know many golfers from, outside of 10 years ago, so I don't really have, historical context on this. I'm just trying to think of, who would be somebody. Is he better or worse than Zach Johnson? He's not as good as Zach Johnson, right?
No, he's not as good as Zach Johnson.
Ben Curtis has more PGA Tour wins than...
Stop. Does he really?
Ben Curtis has won the Open Championship, the Booz Allen Classic, the 84 Lumber Classic in the same year that he won the Booz Allen Classic, and the Valero Texas Open. He has.
Booz Allen is a development house. They're like computer nerds. If you win that and the 84 Lumber, you're a
okay.
A renaissance.
DB, guess who finished second to him at the 84 Lumber Classic?
John Daly.
No.
84. I think John Daly was
Charles Howell.
Oh, Chuck and 3 sticks.
James, that's not 1984. That's the name of the lumber company.
84 Lumber Class.
I thought it was Brian Harman. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's not.
Yeah, I was like, damn, ain't that? Fuck, what was I? Oh, how about Lucas Glover? Is that a comparable major champion to Brian Harman?
Whew.
Now that's a good one.
He's not as good as Keegan Bradley.
No.
No.
But dude, how about none of the Keegan or Brian Harman might not be as good as Lucas Glover if he's found
Oh
it.
yeah, now that he can putt, dude, tell me he doesn't
Yeah.
feel like he has like a 3-year Webb Simpson run coming right now.
I could totally
It could happen.
Just like out of nowhere, late 30s becomes a killer
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Yes, he can still hit it wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I mean, you give Lucas Glover a good putter, it's you know,
I mean,
maybe another major's coming. Maybe he wins the Masters.
if he's
I
going
don't
to
know.
putt and he will have a Webb Simpson, because that was what Webb fixed, right? He like finally, when he got that little arm lock putter, he went from being a terrible putter to being like a very legit putter, and then he was always a good tee to green guy, and then that just made him have that great little 2 or 3 year run. What was that, 19, 20, 21 maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah.
that was Webb Simpson was the nuts there for a while. I remember I just like, I'm not fading Webb. I'm just play him. I will eat that chalk every week because Webb was magical there for a while. It kind of sucks to see him broken again.
Yeah, I think he's probably. It feels like he's probably ready to be done with golf. Like he's going to be a family man. He's going to play very limited golf,
Yep.
you know, and just enjoy what he's earned. You know,
Yeah.
Can't blame him for that.
What's the highest that Brian Harmon's probably ever been in the world golf rankings? Has he probably ever cracked the top 25, you think?
I could tell. I can look it up real quick.
This is just crazy. I didn't realize how weak his historical resume is. I mean, he's legit going to be the worst major winner since I've started following golf, since what, 2015?
His best ranking was a 20th. He's currently
Ooh.
26th, so he's about to be inside of his best world ranking.
Jimmy Walker. How about him? Jimmy Walker's had a better career than Brian Harman. He had like 5 or 6 wins, right?
Yeah.
So can't even
Yeah.
say him.
Brian
This
Harman.
surprises me, this talk, though. I just don't feel like Brian Harmon's that not well known. I mean, especially in the DFS world, we've been talking about him for years. I mean, I get where, I mean, I don't disagree with it, because you think about it, 2 tour wins, last one being in 2017, and then he wins an Open Championship.
People
I mean,
love
you're
love
right,
that DFS because he always makes the fucking cut. Like everybody just wants 6 of 6s. Brian Harman makes cuts.
Dwayne Bach. This is not a good look for Dwayne. I'm looking at him and Sepp right now. This whatever this pullover is, this neon green pullover, looks like he's a crossing guard, and it just doesn't go well with the yellow. We got to talk to our man. Sorry, we got to talk to Dewey about that.
So he must not. Did he go OB? Because he was hitting it out of the middle of the fairway there as 4 shots. So he must have chipped out, right?
Yeah, I mean, he might have just been in the thick stuff. It just looked close.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go here to Shot Tracker. Sepp, where you at, Sepp? Yeah, he just hit shot 4 from 104 yards. So he took a drop. Yeah, drop in the fairway, 111 yards out. So he has 23 feet for par. So he definitely did go OB. Or I don't know if he went OB, but he at least took it unplayable or something.
He at least chopped out or did something. So
he is going to bogey the last hole. So it's over. It's officially over. I just can't believe this, because Harmon's like, what, right here in the middle of the fairway? No, he's on the middle of the green on 16. Golly. There's Tommy.
Oh, here comes Tommy.
Walking down the fairway.
Tommy looks
DB,
like
did you get to watch the debacle of Tommy Fleetwood on the par 3?
No, I can't. I'm not gonna take James's listeners' time by telling you what I've been dealing with, but no, I did not.
Dude, how many kids do you have? I was thinking you had like a couple little kids. He was telling me you have teenagers.
I have one teenager, and then I have one that's about to be 13, then I have one that's 8.
Oh wow, look at that. So you're like,
yeah, but I might only have 2 after today. I might get
Wait, hey, is that what that Amber Alert was?
Yeah, we did. We got an Amber Alert in the middle. I was sitting there thinking, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, it's me taking the oldest one to drop him off somewhere, and people think I'm stolen.
It's like,
No, you're not.
Statewide Amber Alert,
Yeah.
TV.
Where'd he go?
What happened to Tommy Lad?
Oh man, he triple bogey, but he hit it, I think, over the back, and then he tried to punch it sideways to give himself an angle. Then he threw it up the hill, and it rolled almost back to his feet, hung up in the tight rough, chipped it short, and then just and then couldn't make the 6-foot double bogey putt. So it was. It was.
And this is after we had been talking about Tommy being 6 under for 61 holes or something. You know, so he finally decided that he couldn't stay at 6 under anymore. So.
Man, I hate it, man. You know what? I'm still gonna be betting Tommy though. I want to be there when it happens. I feel like it's gonna happen still.
We were talking about, like, how do you know everybody, DB? Are you just out there hustling? Are you just one of those people that can just show up to a convention or something and just like sell ice to an Eskimo? Because like we're talking about how like you have sponsors and relationships and friendships with like everybody. And he said, and Pat gave most of the credit to you. So I need to know. Tell me the secret sauce to being this charmer that you are.
Well, what I said, and this is what I said. I said, DB hustles a lot as far as our sponsorship, does a lot. He's not afraid to talk to anybody. When we go to golf tournaments, we go up and meet different people. I did say, though, it started from knowing guys like Kiz, some local Augusta players. That was kind of what started it, and then it just sort of spread from there. But DB can sort of expound upon that, I guess.
Golly, Pat, thank you, man. I don't know. I think in the beginning, I would agree. Yeah, like just knowing Charles, knowing Kiz, that definitely helped kind of get our name out there, and those guys supported us and liked us. I mean, Kiz really likes Pat. He doesn't even like me. He actually likes Pat, but he gets me with a package. So, but that was 8 years ago, dude. When nobody was really doing, there was no foreplay. No laying up had barely started, so nobody was talking to these guys all the time, especially unless you were like the top 5 player in the world.
Dude, explain the tweet about the no laying up with the fish killer thing or something like that. I was trying to get Pat to explain it earlier. I was so confused. I want some context.
So yeah, that's only because somebody posted, and no laying up didn't post it, but one of the live accounts posted a snippet of some article that The Guardian, which is apparently like a very progressive journalism outlet in the UK, posted a thing about Brian Harmon, and they were literally taking shots at him for being a hunter, and that he whatever the word was I put in quotes there is a taken directly from the Guardian article.
Oh, see, that's what I thought. No laying up had said that. I was like,
no,
because like I don't think no laying up is exactly right wing either.
No, but I don't. They're not like way like far left like the Guardian and freaking out that he killed a deer. But So I was using the no laying up tweet about talking about his kids and spearfishing.
I see.
And then making a workaround. It was a reach. Okay, it was a reach.
It just seemed pretty impassioned. So I was like, what's going on here?
It was just kind of. I was just a little quippy, fired off tweet thing.
Now I see why I thought Sepp was so old. Look at that bald spot, man. Now you can. I was pretty sure Sepp was 38, and I'm pretty sure it's because I saw that hairline.
I think Sepp does kind of give off a little bit of an older, almost a little bit of a Peter Griffin vibe. So you just kind of feel like he's a little bit older than he really is.
Yeah, I bet Sepp could probably put down a few pints of beer though. I bet
he could. Do you feel like he gives off some Ernie Els vibes, DB? His swing is very naturally just smooth, not a whole lot of effort. I feel like there's a little Ernie vibes with old Straka.
Can I tell you? Have you guys? I've got a little sweat going here, boys, but it has nothing to do with the Open.
Oh, go ahead.
I laid down a bet. Pat, I didn't even tell you this. When we were in Nashville, in a legal gambling state, I feel like a kid in a candy shop. I laid down a bet on our boy Austin Goggert, because you know who he's filling in for this week?
Patrick Rogers. I remember you telling me this.
He's looping for P-Raj, and he told me on Thursday, or on Wednesday, he said, I'm filling in for P-Raj, but he's done that before. And two of his best finishes were with Goggert on the bag. He said, I'm filling in, and if we get that dub, this could be a long-term situation.
Are you really banking on P-Raj to win a tournament for you?
If he's got Goggert on the bag, then I feel way better about it. Way better.
Okay.
Where's he at right now on the leaderboard?
He's top of the board, baby. He's leading the Barracuda. He hadn't teed off yet, though.
Okay, I was gonna say
you got some good ones up there too, like Joel Damon's up there.
Yeah.
There's a few others. So
I'd love to see P-Raj get it done with Goggs on the bag.
You do got to remember there is a subtle nuance that Patrick Rogers is a fucking loser, though. There is that. You have to factor that in.
Total subtle nuance. No, I know that, and that's why Pat's saying that, and I also regularly hate on Patrick Rogers. But Goggert, our friend Austin Goggert, is a tremendous caddy. He's a great dude. He's absolutely hysterical. He knows P-Raj very well. He's caddied for him before. And the thing that he says about Rogers is he's usually so conservative in terms of his targets on the golf course. He gets too conservative, and he can hit it wherever he wants. He just doesn't play aggressive enough. So Goggert told me, he's like, I will make sure, he listens to me. We have this rapport. I will make him be aggressive. Because dude, you can't do that at the Barracuda. This is a scoring event. And sure enough, look at where they are. Goggs has him dialed right now. So I'm really hoping They get that done.
P. Rogers is elite off the tee, and he's an elite putter. And you just don't see many guys that are good at those two things. And, like, when you look at his career being good at those two things, it's a huge failure. And it's just because I think you're right. His approach sucks, and it probably doesn't even suck. He's just too damn conservative.
Exactly. And he just doesn't fire when he needs to fire.
Yep. That's a really interesting perspective. So,
isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe I need to quit calling him a fucking loser and just start calling him a fucking wiener. Like, fire at the flags, dude. Let's go.
Well, yeah. And I've got other things I can tell you about him off the video. But
I got you. I always want some dirty P-Rod secrets. By the way, Cam Young just stuffed it, which is good. Maybe he can get back to wait. Where's he even at? Where's Cam Young at?
You guys are a little ahead of me. I swear. YouTube. I have YouTube TV. Is that what you do? You have that, or you have something different?
No, we're still old, so we still rock the cable.
Well, the good news, the advantage to that is you're at least on time. I've tried to do a live stream before, and my entire chat will see what happens 20 seconds before I do, which is not ideal if you're trying to do a live stream.
Yeah. If you're watching the NBC coverage, it's right now. There's a commercial with a guy with little kids running at him.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's and now he's a soccer coach. Okay. Yeah. Soccer coach.
Is this a Pacific Life commercial?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got it. Now I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's over now. And it's a long commercial. You're going to go through his whole career and his hobbies. So,
career arc and his
it.
alcoholism issues, and when he recovered back from that, reunited with his wife.
Made it through the dark times, came out great on the other end. Can you beat Pat at golf on a regular basis?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, when you guys are playing, do you actively try to mind fuck each other, or is it like gentlemanly?
It's pretty I would say it's fairly gentlemanly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this: I have definitely lost to Pat. We played enough golf over the years. I've lost plenty, and so I don't count him out. Well, it's actually more of a me problem than a him problem. Like I could easily blast one off the earth and then have to re-tee and blast that one off, and then we're done. So
yeah,
Pat is usually more steady, and I am a little more volatile. So I don't count it till we're getting close. But I mean, James, I have 2 flag matches that I won from him in Scotland with his lovely writing on there. Those are scalps. In other words, I've got a T-shirt over here that I just won on Thursday from Troubadour. It's got it's another scalp I took from him. So
yeah, he's taken some scalps from me.
Yeah.
It's sometimes the elements get to me. And when I say elements, I mean a lot of different things. Last week it was a rain delay that also game just fell off land. I mean, if I had DB and I had played the front 9 last week at Troubadour, I would have won the front 9.
Yeah.
But it went all to hell on the back 9.
Are you a guy that gets better with a few adult beverages down the gullet?
I do if it's to a certain extent. Like we talk about this when we play member guests together. There's like more of a big deal is placed on Pat getting his levels right than almost anything else. Not practice, not getting the speed of the
right.
And then if the levels go haywire, it then becomes a disaster. So we have to get the level, and then things are great. But if you have me with 0, like teeing off the first hole, and all I've had is a coffee and a water, it ain't gonna go good for at least 2 or 3 holes.
Hey, it ain't gonna go.
DB will test to that. I guarantee you. So.
I just realized something, that it is only noon here in the Lord's time zone, and Brian Harmon just finished up hole 17. Is it just me, or are they playing lightning fast?
He played that hole very quickly. I just thought the same thing.
What time did they tee off? It seems like they're on pace for like a 3.5 hour round.
At the same time, though, we're subjected to watching commercials during most of his play. So maybe
Well, in his defense, you can usually get 2 or 3 commercials in just during his waggles. Just during the waggles, you can get them in. Man, they're playing so fast this week. Is like the RNA out there like fucking with a cracking a whip on them or something? Like
stepping on it. I mean, I'm sure none of them want to be out there. So because it looks miserable, and none of them have a chance to win except for Brian Harmon. So.
Right. It's just this is a fast round. I'm telling you, I can't even remember. It seems like they're playing like less than 4 hour rounds, which for professional golf is lightning fast. Well, how long do you guys play? Like, what a perfect round of golf with a group of 4? How long does it take?
I'd say like at my place, if I'm playing on a good day where there's even an okay amount of people out there, and I'm in a good foursome, we're having a good time. It's like 3:45.
Perfect. Yeah, anything between 3:30 and 4 hours for a group of 4, perfectly good.
Yeah.
If you got some real hustlers, you can do 3.5 hours. If you got like a group of guys, you'd be like, guys, let's get on it. Let's go. I love those rounds.
We're both pretty quick golfers, though. We
we
are
are
not slow.
Yeah.
Boy, J Day gave that one a run, didn't he? Jeez. Went off in his hand there, huh? Jeez. Man, you know what, James? I had some Cam Young this week. I ended up getting on him late on Wednesday, but it just doesn't matter because.
Well, yeah. Did you just see that putt he just missed?
Yeah, I did.
Just like another 4-footer. That guy, I'm telling you, he's turning into a showdown guy. Like he can have great rounds, but like he cannot put 4 rounds together right now. And to win a tournament, you kind of got to do that.
Look at Rory just sitting there, 7 shots behind.
Did you see the shot of him? It's got to be up on Twitter where he's just sitting there with this finishing up on 18 and rain is falling down behind him. And he's just got this look of just another top 10.
Here.
God. All right. So can we just make a gentleman's agreement because this cold brew is making me have to take a leak? Whenever Harmon hits this on the fairway at 18, we can pretty much just call this over.
Yeah.
Are you down for that, DB?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right.
I'm sorry I came in late, man. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I think, man, these are kind of a pain in the ass to do, but I think I want to start doing them for all the major tournaments. So maybe we'll get together. We definitely. Well, you guys probably take Augusta a little too serious to want to be on the stream, but if you did, we could do the Masters round 4 sweat next year.
Yeah,
I like doing it. Usually, I'm traveling back from the Masters, so Sundays can be bad. But
yeah.
Actually, I just thought of a great story. I won't tell it on here because it's too long. Maybe I'll tell it on here another day. But 2 years ago, I did a live stream for the 2022 Masters. I did a live stream with a group here out of Augusta that wanted me to do it. And I'll tell you this: it was a 3.5 hour scheduled stream, and I swear to you, and I know everybody's going to hear this and roll their eyes, and be like, "Oh yeah, sure," but no, I swear to you, this is true. I accidentally took an edible about 30 minutes before the stream started, and it was an interesting day.
How does one accidentally take an edible? Because
I'm not really an edibles guy. I don't really know that. I don't do stuff. I'm just just alcohol, and that's kind of it. And so when I got there, they handed me this goodie bag of like treats for being a host on the show that they had a couple companies sponsor. And I opened this thing, and I just had I'm a little weird about this. I just had lunch, but when I have lunch or dinner, I like to have like one little sweet thing. Usually it's like literally like 6 Skittles. I just need like a little bit of sweet and I'm good. And I didn't have any Skittles. So I wanted something sweet. And I look in the bag, I'm like, oh, what's this? And the guy next to me is like, it's just like a gummy. And I was like, oh, like a CBD gummy. Like I've had those, those don't do anything. He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I popped it in because I needed something sweet. Well, it was like one of those Delta 8 gummies or whatever. Oh. And dude, I was in La La Land for the entire thing.
Were you experienced with those? Because the first edible I had no experience, and I was tripping balls.
100%. I was freezing cold.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
My eyes were glad. Look at this stripe show, Brian Harmon here. Just pointed it down to me.
I mean, let's say this: Brian Harmon fucking does like he didn't fall into this. He went and fucking won it. Very impressed by old Brian Harmon.
I wish. Yeah. So anyway, it was a heck of a show. That was the last time I live streamed the Masters. So
yeah. All right, guys, I've got to take a leak. This tournament's over. I appreciate y'all coming on. Tell everybody where they can find you. We still got 120 people in here, so awesome, in case you don't know these guys, first of all, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You don't know the Tour Junkies, but just in case you don't, new guy, tell them where you can find them. They can find
wherever you find James, you can find us. So podcast, YouTube, Twitter. We do some Instagram stuff too. I don't know if James is doing Instagram, but we do that just for fun.
I mean, I have an account. I'm just really fucking lazy about it. I try to make the editor do it, but I got him doing so much other shit. He can only do so many things.
Yeah.
All right. Go check them out. Tour Junkies podcast at the Tour Junkies on Twitter. They're on the YouTubes. They are, they're just the best content out there because, like, they do golf, they do DFS, which I know if you're watching this, you love, but they also don't take themselves too fucking serious like a lot of people in this industry. So that's why I enjoy them. That's why I never miss their stuff. And a lot of my show is based on basically just listening to them for 7 years and being like, I want to do something like that.
Dude, you're the best. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. A lot of fun.
Yep.
You're doing your damn thing in the DFS world, man. We love watching what you're doing. You got some dedicated fans too. Your engagement's through the roof. So
Yeah.
I wish some of our followers were more like your followers. Honestly, if I want to call them out. Actually, I think it's ridiculous.
There you go. There you go.
So much good
Get with
engagement.
it, you tour junkie hardos. You guys-
Yeah, come on.
Embrace the hardos. All right, guys, this has been fun. I wish we would have got more of a sweat, but Brian Harmon basically just decided that he's a modern day Tiger Woods and gave us no sweat. This is probably what it was like watching watching majors in the early 2000s. It's just no sweat at all. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna go. We'll see you fucking Monday with a course preview. Wednesday with what do I do? The live stream. We'll see you then, you motherfathers. Enjoy this outro.